boss, then you'll drop all important obligations to get your daily fix. Even Marconi, inventor of the radio, couldn't have imagined the pleasures that are about to invade your ear hole.
Oh, yes.
Try as you might, there's no escape. Let's begin.
How? Good afternoon.
This is Common Man and Timmy.
Doing good, Mike.
Featuring Panama Ted.
Too hot.
With special guests, Nicole Sheeran.
Yeah, dog.
Jen Winters.
I will kick you in the junk.
Jeff Rimmer.
I will be around to haunt you forever.
And Chris Collinsworth.
I mean, are you kidding me?
Broadcasting live from the corner of Cracky and Sacky.
Excuse me.
Here's Common Man and Timmy.
They don't know what the they're doing.
Happy Thursday, the postgame edition. Hello, good clean boy.
Hello, Common Man.
Hello, Teddy.
Doing good, Mike.
How you doing, Tress?
Doing good, Mike.
All right. Buckeye season has come to an end. We will, of course, talk about it. It's also Too Hot Thursday.
Too hot.
Around the Big Ten with Adam Rittenberg usually comes your way now. But because we're starting late, we're going to move it to 4:30.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to him about that.
I think he was at the first four in Dayton. I don't know if he
Well, good for him.
moved on to somewhere else to watch more March Madness, but that was cool to see him soaking it in and taking in some great college basketball with Miami, Ohio winning last night. So that was great for the state of Ohio. But this sucks. There's no other way to get around it. To be there, you know, the fight, the resolve they showed in the second half, that changed a lot. It did. It's a different story if you just lay down and die and get waxed by 25 or 30 points. But
Is that what we're doing now?
Is what I'm doing?
Like, oh, they didn't lose by 25 or 30. We're excited about it.
You don't think there's a difference
Of
from
course
getting your ass kicked to losing by 2?
Yes, there's a difference.
I'm not going to sit here and celebrate it.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
You had an opportunity. You had every opportunity to win that game, including up 5 in the second half when you took all the momentum back.
Absolutely.
TCU was demoralized.
You knew they were going to have a response.
I didn't know that.
I did. I knew that they were going to come back once again. Just the way college basketball goes, the way any level of basketball goes, it's so streaky. You get hot. The Buckeyes were shooting so miserably in the first half. You knew they were going to get something going, even though, for the most part, John Mobley didn't. For him to be 3 for 11 from downtown, that hurts. I mean, I've got about 50 thoughts, and I'm not going to be able to hit on all 50 of those, but it just... I felt like TCU was going to have that response, and then you were going to have to be there for the final uppercut. And that performance today was just sort of, it personified what this Buckeye basketball team was this year. Their high-end stuff looked pretty good. They could compete with some of the best teams in college basketball. But when push came to shove, when you absolutely needed to have a play, there were some struggles with that. Guys leaving their feet on defense, knowing you need to stop in a rebound, not being able to come up with it.
Last series where TCU goes down, they get a relatively, for the situation, easy paint bucket to take the lead.
Were in too deep, some 41.
Absolutely.
Deep. I mean, they had 2 guys in the post.
That's the story of this season.
And then Bynum leaves his feet.
In the paint.
Leaves his feet and gives up the easy layup.
And then you have over 4 seconds on the clock. I don't know what the hell play that was. Did you even draw something up? Or was that just, hey, Bruce, jog, and then chuck up something you can't even measure up?
It was pretty,
at half court.
That was disappointing.
I don't understand that.
I
don't understand. These guys, and I know this for a fact, they work on plays like this, inbounds plays under the bench or under the basket with not a lot of time left on the clock in practice. And you're telling me the best you can do is inbound the ball to Bruce and have him run up the floor. That's it. That's the play.
Tyus Edney had 4.7 on the clock. I had to look it up. The famous UCLA coast-to-coast shot. 4.7 seconds. He got a layup, right? And, yes, I get how there was probably going to be a pass in and a quick pass back to Bruce, but Bruce has to be sprinting. You're taking the ball inbounds. I'd rather get a deeper pass.
Throw the pass deep. Throw the inbounds deep.
And then if you're going to get the inbounds deep to a tall guy and then have the little throw backwards with the guy running full speed down court, that's okay because the clock's not going to start until you throw a 25 or 30-foot pass near half court or a little bit shallow of half court, get a guy full steam ahead, he at least gets then to that 30-foot mark where he's maybe on the right wing and you could possibly get 2 feet on the ground and then get into a shooting motion instead of a heave. So
I've never said this team doesn't have talent. This team has talent. The problem is when they're put under a microscope to perform, play defense when they need to play defense, one play, come up with a shot, a play at the end that gives you a realistic chance to win or tie the game. They can't do it. You can't do it. You settle for too much crap. Now, yes, in a day or so, you look back at this and say, you achieved one of your goals. You got back to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And now you build off of this.
That's what I said the second the game was done.
I know, but I can't say that the second the game is done because I'm still pissed off.
No,
this is why you don't put me on the air 20 minutes after the game's over.
Don't get it twisted with me. There's no low feeling like losing in the NCAA tournament. There's no feeling like it, especially when you're the first game and you have it down there to the last shot. You made up for the deficit in the first half, which I did not think they were going to be able to do. I thought, after the first 5 minutes or so of the second half, and TCU had seemingly leveled it out. They gave up a few buckets. Ohio State had a couple of nice shots to start the second half, and then it kind of leveled out for a few minutes. I thought it was going to be a slow, miserable grind, and you weren't going to get within 6 points or so, and TCU was just going to sort of keep ahead, and that would just be
so they set the bar so
feeling.
Low. They set the bar so low
the way they
for
played
you.
In the first half.
The fact that they came back and had a game at all. You're satisfied.
No, why are you saying it like that? I'm not happy that they just came back and lost. It's a horrible feeling. It's the most disappointing thing to lose in the first round of the tournament. It's just it's much better that they didn't get their asses kicked by 25 or 30. They showed that fight and they were in the fight. It still stinks that they didn't make the plays or didn't have the stuff to get it across the finish line. And I think that has been the thing with this program. I think we saw that a lot late in the Holtman years. And as you get this program back to making the NCAA tournament, that is now the next thing, is when you get into those key spots where you're in it, where it's close, it's a 1 or 2 possession game, you figure out how to win those. Not just be close and in the hunt, but then win those, get on to the second round. And maybe they would have been playing Siena in the second round.
What's the score?
Where are they at right now? They were up by 10. It's 35-26 with 3:50 left to go in the first half.
Wouldn't that just be the ultimate?
We've had 2. Maybe that's the third.
Just be the ultimate.
Oh, my God.
You lose a game like this, and then Siena's waiting for you in the second round. Look, I don't think they're going to hold on and win that game. Okay,
they're not.
I would be shocked.
Yeah,
that'd be one of the biggest upsets, obviously, in tournament history. But wouldn't that just be par for the course?
It would. What do you think of Bruce and the way?
Let's take a break.
The way that Bruce played today.
We'll take a break. I have thoughts on Bruce. Yep. I have thoughts on what I didn't see after the game. I was surprised. So we'll do that next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got a couple-minute delay on westbound 670 going from Grandview Avenue to I-70. And if you're traveling on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 East Split and Livingston Avenue, we've got a bit of a slowdown there. This report is sponsored by Coda. Tapping is already how you move through your day. Now it's how you ride the bus. Pay to ride Coda by tapping your card, smartphone, or smartwatch. And go. Learn more at coda.com/tap. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Low testosterone can be a real problem for many men. It causes poor sleep patterns, decreased energy, low sex drive, and it makes it really hard to stay in shape. And as we all know, a healthy body is very important to our overall health and well-being. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if some or all of these symptoms sound like you, we can likely help you be done with low T. We can also help you lose weight, support your metabolism, improve your gains in the gym, and more with our new targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, and more. Our low T protocols, applied in conjunction with our body composition plans, will help most men see real improvements, true weight loss, higher energy, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and a renewed sex drive as well. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the same day, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
The open season Sportsman's Expo hits this Friday through Sunday at the Ohio Expo Center. See Twiggy the water skiing squirrel. Shop hundreds of exhibitors and much more with Toyota, the official truck, and Tacticam, the official cell camera. Get discounted tickets now at OpenSeasonSportsman'sExpo.com.
It's a new month and a new reason to visit Germain Honda of Dublin. Right now, take advantage of great low rates on select certified pre-owned models all month long. You'll get the reliability you trust, the value you want, and payments that make sense. And the wait is over. The all-new Honda Prelude has arrived with precision suspension and responsive hybrid performance. Great rates, awesome vehicles. Only at Germain Honda of Dublin. They're on Sawmill Road, just south of 270, or online at GermainHondaofDublin.com.
Common Man and Bob Capace here for Worthington Jewelers. Bobby, it's bridal sale time.
Our annual spring bridal sale is March 10th through the 21st. Buy one and get one 50% off on all bridal jewelry.
And don't miss the weekend trunk shows featuring the latest styles from the top designers. And Bobby, if custom is the choice, you're the man for that.
Absolutely. Let us make the ring of your dreams.
Check out our custom ring builder at worthingtonjewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged.
Bo Bishop here. Picture this. Windows down, the beautiful countryside rolling by, the kids laughing in the back, and nowhere you have to be but wherever the road takes you. That's RV life. Find yours at RCD RV. 3 locations in Central Ohio or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
How many different ways can you consume morning juice? Let's see.
Live on YouTube, live on the Fans HD3 podcast on demand, and on 10 TV Plus.
And we'll send Bobby right to your house.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
The Fan.
What's bigger than a three-pointer in a clutch play? Saving thousands on a new Lindsay Honda now.
Slam dunk a deal with 0% financing for 72 months on 2025 Honda Pilot and Ridgeline. If you're serious about saving big, now's the time. Want better MPG? Drive a new 2026 Civic Sport, just $199 a month. March is on during the Honda Spring Event. Time to score big.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference.
Visit lindsayhonda.com for details.
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
The Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the place to be for all the basketball action. Watch every game at once on 2 video walls spanning 50 feet, plus over 30 TVs. Come show off your jump shot in our King of the Court drawings and take home memorabilia from a Cleveland basketball legend. We've also got unbeatable game day food and drinks all season long. Guarantee your spot. Reserve a table with up to $300 in dining credits at HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and 32-ounce Yingling drafts for only $4.
Settle into the cuck chair.
That's right.
Daddy likes to watch.
I'm your daddy.
Here's Common Man and Timmy.
Daddy, what are you doing?
Buckeyes lose to TCU in the first round of the NCAA tournament, so their season is over. disappointing finish, disappointing start to the game. Buckeyes came back, took the lead, but then just couldn't get consistent buckets down the stretch. And played poor defense on that last possession by TCU.
Got the ball way too deep into the post. Too easy of a bucket.
The final shot, the final, hurrah of the game, I thought was hastily put together. Just Bruce sort of jogging down, settled for a half-court shot that he really couldn't even measure up. It's not like he had a real look at it either.
No. It was like shot from his hip.
Yeah.
He didn't even get, 2 feet, square to the basket. Even for a half-court shot, there's a better variety of at least a half-court heave that has a chance to get there. And you needed to be way farther up the court with that time left. We've seen it done before. There's ways to do it. I mean, shoot, for Jake Diebler being why am I blanking on it? A Valpo guy where Bryce Drew hit one of the best drawn-up three-pointers to win an NCAA tournament game where he got all the way to the three-point line in way less time. Something better was out there. But let's talk about, I know we want to get on Bruce, but the backcourt in general. The backcourt was the motor of this team. We always say it. If you got strong guards for NCAA tournament play, when these guys can hit outside shots, and we know that Bruce Thornton can get into the paint and do damage there too. To see 3 for 11 from John Mobley from beyond the arc, and Bruce never really got it going. He hits the big three for you that ties the game.
Yeah.
Other than that, not a lot of big plays, and you saw a little bit of that Bruce that was trying too hard and trying to force the issue down low.
In the first half, he tried too hard to get other people involved. There was the extra pass that didn't need to be.
When you should just shoot the ball.
Right. You've got penetration. Instead, he was looking a couple times to pass the ball to Tilly, which may as well just pass it to someone with hands of stone.
My God.
No,
Tilly.
but look, Bruce did not have his best game. I want to preface all of this by saying I am a huge Bruce fan. Okay? I even felt so sorry for him at some points this year. I wish I could have him go back in time, go play someplace else.
Right.
So he had a better chance to win, not because I didn't appreciate him, because I appreciated him too much. He's been everything that you want from a college basketball player. However, today, if we're looking strictly at performance, it was not great. I also was surprised, and maybe there's a very good reason for this that I'm not aware of. Somebody please inform me. I'm surprised he was not at the podium after the game.
I've texted some of our friends that are there covering the game to see what they can find out about that. Or Teddy, if you notice anything on social media from anybody that covers Buckeye basketball, my guess is...
You're the leader, you're the captain.
Absolutely.
You should be there. I know you're devastated. I get it. I get you're devastated. But I think you should be there to talk after the game.
That's what my guess was going to be. You saw his face and Jake Diebler's arm around him as he was leaving the court. This means so much to him. He knows he played a poor game. He knows if he even had his B- game today, that they win. They were
wasn't just him, though, as you mentioned, though.
Mobley was 3 for 11.
3 for 11.
He had a lot of ill-advised
Yes, and I was going to say, a lot of those, it's not like he's missing wide-open shots. He's forcing the issue with time left on the clock to do something else.
I think at least one of the threes he made was an ill-advised look.
Yeah.
And he missed a lot of those open looks that you got to knock down. So that was a problem. And then when that game got long, you saw a couple of those heat checks, especially when they got that 5-point lead or when the score got leveled out and then it went back and forth a couple of times. They traded the lead, and so you were still in it. You still felt pretty decent about things with that being pretty much a tie ball game going into the final 4 minutes of the game after the energy that you had to exert in that first 16 minutes of the second half. There was a point in that second half where the Buckeyes were beating TCU by 20 points. When they went up by 5, they were beating them by 20 in that second half.
Oh, in the second half.
That was a difficult mountain to climb. And you see it a lot of times, which is why people will yell at you for getting on a team too much after a crappy first half. But because they'll say that the game is a full 40 minutes, But then again, if you play such a lousy first half you make yourself expend all that energy, then you wind up, you see it 9 times out of 10, which is what David Punch said about we beat this team 9 times out of 10 because we're physical, right? Well, this was one of those 9, but you almost always see that team that's down big, takes the lead. The other team then has that final surge to get it across.
Exert yourself physically.
You did.
Because I don't know if you weren't ready. I find that hard to believe. You weren't ready for the defense that TCU was going to throw at you. That's the way they play. They're going to smother you.
They weren't. Whether you say you were ready or not, they weren't ready for that.
Well,
right?
they weren't ready to.
They showed us
to execute. Right.
Yeah.
So you're right. They got worn down, and then I think at the end they ran out of gas. We see it all the time with Buckeye football, and we take pride in it, where you can play with Buckeyes for 3 quarters sometimes. Right? And then what happens?
In the fourth quarter, they score a couple touchdowns.
They just wear you down physically.
Yeah.
And you can't keep up. The problem when you dig yourself a first half hole like that is it takes so much effort mentally and physically to dig yourself out of it. Sometimes when it's gut check time at the end, you don't have anything left. I want to hear Jake talk about the last shot of the game. This is Jake in the postgame.
We got the ball to Bruce on the run, and we had 2 outlets down the floor for a throw ahead. I was watching him with the ball, so it was hard to see if those guys were open or not. I thought TCU corralled the ball well, and maybe that limited his ability to get the ball down the floor. But we were trying to get it to him on the run and give him freedom to make a decision, and had a couple outlets again down the floor to, if he felt like he could get it to them, we wanted to get it to them to either get a look or, if we could get up there quick enough, we use a timeout to set up in the half court.
Yeah, I forgot they had a timeout on the board.
They never used that last timeout.
No, forgot they had a timeout.
So you can possibly get some guys coming up to the corners on the half court just to
throw it in.
Throw a fastball.
You throw a fastball. You take a quick timeout.
Then you're in the
set
front
up
court.
again.
Then you're in the front court because you only needed 2.
That shot's even worse in hindsight when you had a timeout in your pocket.
I really wish, even if they didn't like the look from TCU's full court defense with what they had going, to just throw the ball in. I think it was to Tilly, who they threw the ball into, and then immediately back to Bruce. But it just wasn't moving fast enough. It was too slow paced, which is, if you had one criticism of Bruce's play over the years for the all-time leading scorer, right, it would be the pace. I think we talked about the pace that the Buckeyes play with, and you would at times want to just scream, go, get the basketball, go.
Yeah.
Like, get on the fast break, get a 3-on-2, get a 2-on-1, let's score. And you saw it a little bit there with 4.1 left. We're like, this is your career here. Like, this is the season. We're just sort of slowly moving up towards half court. There was no time to make a pass there. Once he took a dribble or 2 after he caught it, there was no time to make a pass there. The buzzer probably would have gone off before the next guy could even get a shot up in the air.
We have another very important game to talk about. We'll do so coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got a 10-minute holdup due to an accident that's blocking 2 lanes on northbound South Hamilton Road at East Livingston Avenue. Expected to be stop and go from I-70. And there's a bit of a slowdown on northbound 71 on the south side from Greenlawn Avenue to 315. This report is sponsored by Coda. Tapping is already how you move through your day. Now it's how you ride the bus. Pay to ride Coda by tapping your card, smartphone, or smartwatch and go. Learn more at coda.com/tap. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
It's time for another NCAA tournament schedule preview. Coming up, the first round gets underway with a full slate of games, including great matchups like St. Mary's, the 7th seed, facing Texas A&M, the 10th seed in the South. And an 8-9 battle in the East with Ohio State from the Big Ten taking on TCU out of the Big 12. Stay tuned for all the action with Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA tournament right here.
O'Reilly. Replace your wiper blades and save $10 on a pair of Rain-X Latitude wiper blades at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Beam blade technology improves windshield contact for maximum visibility. Our professional parts people will even install your new wiper blades for free. Stop by your O'Reilly Auto Parts store or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto
Parts.
What can ADP do for small business? We help answer the business questions, like how do you track employee time? How do you do payroll taxes? Or what does compliance even mean? So small businesses can focus on bigger questions. Now florists can ask, can we invent another holiday to sell bouquets? Pizza shops can ask, how do we stuff a calzone into a pizza crust? And pool cleaners can ask, what is that thing in the filter? These are the questions you can focus on when ADP takes care of the business of your small business. ADP for small business.
Camping World is now open in Sunbury. The celebration starts now, and you're invited. Join us from March 19th to the 22nd for our grand opening block party with special pricing on a huge selection of new and used RVs. Enjoy free food, fun on-site activities, and exciting giveaways. Plus, enter for a chance to win a brand new RV. As part of America's #1 RV network, Camping World brings you more value and more ways to enjoy life on the road. Don't miss the grand opening block party at Camping World in Sunbury. We'll see you there.
Pepsi Prebiotic Cola in original and cherry vanilla. That Pepsi taste you love with no artificial sweeteners, only 30 calories, just 5 grams of sugar, and 3 grams of prebiotic fiber. That great Pepsi taste with even more to love. Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. Unbelievably Pepsi.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no closing cost mortgage. With interest rates at their lowest level in 4 years, what's stopping you from taking advantage? Maybe it's the thousands of dollars in closing cost? Well, what if I told you that those costs aren't required and that you decide whether to sacrifice $15,000 to $20,000 of equity at closing or zero? At Miller Lending, we're all about zero and have been offering no-cost loans since 1987. With no title closing or origination fees, imagine having the freedom to refinance any time a lower rate becomes available or a need arises. Even 0.5% lower in rate results in savings of over $100,000 over the life of your loan. So why wait? No-cost loans are real and here to stay. Simply call Miller Lending and see why thousands of satisfied clients have made that choice to say goodbye to closing costs forever. 877-9-NO-COST. That's 877-9-NO-COST. Or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender and MLS number 250-2146.
Common Man here for Weed Man. I talk to you about Weed Man every year. Why? Simple. Number one, I use it. Number two, it works. You want to get those lawn roots thick, baby, because when that happens, they resist weeds, disease, and insects, and they're using top-of-the-line stuff. We're talking golf course quality. Weed Man is locally owned and operated by Corbin and Audrey. They will take care of you. Proudly serving Central Ohio and our Dayton friends. Call your local office, 614-733-3747, weedman.com.
Matty Ice here, ready to run toward incredible savings? Get set for the 37th Annual Marathon Mania at McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion, March 20th and the 21st only. Select new and used vehicles are priced at invoice, but that's not all. Every hour they slash prices even more, taking an additional $50 off. They're also staying open later and giving you more time to score the deal of a lifetime. And don't miss offers like $12,000 off MSRP on the 26 Silverado 1500 for qualified buyers. McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Protect your home or business with Ramos Roofing. Trusted roofing, siding, and gutter solutions with free estimates and flexible financing. Call 614-761-7663 or visit RamosRoofingOhio.com today. Ramos Roofing. Reliable, local, built right.
Hothead Burritos' new Abrazo fish taco is in season. Wild-caught Alaskan pollock, creamy queso, zesty Southwest sauce, and cool avocado lime. Catch your new Abrazo fish taco now for a limited time at Hothead Burritos. Get up and get you some.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Tyler Danberg, despite erasing a 15-point halftime deficit, 8-seed Ohio State's furious rally came up short, falling to 9-seed TCU 66-64. TCU's Xavier Evans made the go-ahead basket with 4.1 seconds left. Ohio State's Bruce Thornton had a chance to win it, but his half-court heave was no good. He finished his career with a program record 2,164 points. Other finals in today's NCAA first round, 12-seed High Point upset 5-seed Wisconsin 83-82. It's their first ever win over a power conference team. 6 seed Louisville upended 11 seed USF 83-79. 4 seed Nebraska beat 13 seed Troy 76-47. At the half, 16 seed Siena leads top seed Duke 43-32. This update sponsored by Logan AC, Heat, and Plumbing Services, the home of fast and friendly services. Logan Services, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
I want you to draw me like one of your French girls, Jack, wearing this.
My eyes!
And only this.
Is it over? Can I open my eyes?
Here's Man and Timmy.
Hey, please subscribe to the podcast of this stupid show. It's available wherever you get your stupid audio. Just search Common Man and Timmy. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. Podcast brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. Pizza Madness, by the way. The final four voting closes at 6. 6.
Get him in.
So it's Pizza House versus JT's, Adriatico's against Sexton's, and then we will announce the championship matchup mañana on tomorrow's show.
That's going to be fun. It's been a long road to get to these four. It's been a
long road and a lot
pizza,
of calories, my friend.
A lot of cheese, a lot of pizza consumed.
How many years?
I was just pissing out pizza sauce yesterday.
How many years are gone from our lives with all the pizza that we've eaten?
They all owe us,
but it's delightful.
You know, they all owe us for the years that we've given up for eating all this pizza.
Buckeyes lose to TCU. I was wondering why, Bruce was not talking after the game, why he wasn't at the podium. He apparently did talk to Adam King. And we're going to have some of that audio coming down pretty soon. That still does not answer my question why he wasn't at the podium. But Buckeyes lose. Season's over. I saw that Wisconsin lost to High Point. They were up like 12 with 4 minutes left to go. It's a wonder why this conference hasn't won a championship in 26 years.
Yeah, Wisconsin was a really good team this year, and that's tough. I mean, you did have Nebraska drill Troy for their first ever tournament win.
First ever.
You realize that?
First, yeah.
Good for them. Good for them, because I don't know how it worked out that way, and I'm sure a lot of their fans had a lot of thoughts about it, but they hung on to Fred Hoiberg for a lot longer than anybody else would. We'll just put it that way. We wouldn't be cool with that many years without going to the NCAA tournament.
Well, when you have no expectations and no history, but it's easier to hang on, isn't it?
When you're a big-time athletics program with a budget like Nebraska,
are you?
Should you ever wait that long? I mean, they're here now, and they're winning. It's not the same for everybody, but again, I don't think anyone out there would be okay sitting back and waiting 6 or 7 years without making an NCAA tournament. But here they are, the one team out of the 3 we're talking about that's won it. Do you see what Siena is doing to Duke?
I don't want to see it. What are they doing?
They're up 11 at the break.
See, normally
they're up 11 at the break.
I'd be all over this. I'd be so excited for this. I love the Cinderella matchups. I love the huge upsets.
You can't.
No, because now
you'd be waiting for KU in the Sweet 16.
That's what I mean. If the Buckeyes take care of business, they potentially walk in, play the 16 seed.
In another match, would you have just lost to Siena, though, with the history there?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Wasn't that an 8-9 matchup?
I think it was.
When Siena and Fran, how the hell good was Siena that year to be from that conference and be in the 8-9 game? Has that ever happened before?
They must
have.
A
school that small
had a big non-conference win.
And been a 30-win basketball team.
Earlier in the season, and their net, whatever the hell we're calling it.
I don't recollect what their record was when they played that game.
Wouldn't that be a kick in the sack?
Oh, my God.
If Duke lost that game, which I still don't think it's impossible.
Siena was a 27. They were a 7-loss team that year. I'm looking at the box. Double overtime. It was the 8-9 game. Siena was the 9 seed.
How did they get a 9 seed?
And they finished the year when they lost in the next round 27-7. So they weren't like a 30-1 type of team. I mean, we've seen St. Joe's was in the A10, so that's not the same as being from the Metro Atlantic
the
Athletic.
No.
The MAAC or the MEAC. I mean, St. Joe's had one of the best backcourts we've seen in college basketball with Delonte West and Jameer Nelson.
Right,
they were 32-1 or something.
Big time sports tonight. Jackets hosting the Rangers, 6:30 here on the Fan. No, not just must win.
Must win.
No.
Must get 2 points.
No, must get 2, must win in regulation. That's what I'm saying.
Are we
regulation or overtime? Doesn't matter if you split points with
right? Yeah, so I don't
Rangers.
think it matters with the Rangers with the points.
No, but I don't want a shootout win. Is what I'm saying.
Got it. Yeah, got it.
Regulation
or just
overtime.
Get the 3-on-3 win.
There is no excuse. This team is trash. This team is awful.
No overtime then. Overtime.
This is
regulation.
The team that came back from a 4-goal deficit to almost beat you less than a couple weeks ago. I forget when that game was, but I wanted to pull my pubes out watching it. All right, so you need it. And I'll tell you why it's going to get done tonight. And if it doesn't get done tonight, we have someone to blame, because you know who's firing the cannon before the game? Tyvis Powell. So if you're going to the game, look for Tyvis. Say hello to him. He's the large black man by the cannon.
I know that he was doing this because I got to be his handler in setting it up.
What do you mean you were his handler?
I mean what I said. I mean that I was.
So how'd that happen?
It means that I was the one that Fish was out of the office, and so I got pinged with the contact about, hey, would you mind seeing if Tyvis is good for this date or this date?
So let me ask.
And I got to do yes.
So
I can talk to Tyvis for you.
You get emailed by someone over at the Jackets.
Yep. Yeah.
We're very interested
in having somebody light the cannon.
Somebody light the cannon.
We would not like you.
Like, well, I'm on a show.
We would like.
I go to the games all the time.
Tyvis Powell.
No, we don't want you. We want morning guy.
Right.
We want Tyvis Powell.
Hey, you know what? I completely understand it. I would want Tyvis Powell and not me for that as well.
All right, 6:30.
Must be nice
tonight here on the Fan. You want to have some fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have some fun. Come on.
Too hot. Sponsored by Ohio Health. Rising to the occasion in the moments that truly matter. Learn more at ohiohealth.com/it's time.
I'm not going to be miserable about this basketball team for 3 hours. Teddy goes out and gets audio. We don't know what it is, but he plays it for us. You look very confused over there. Were you not ready for this?
No, I was not ready.
Okay. Are you ready now?
Yeah, I got one ready here to go.
Okay.
Boy. This is like the Buckeyes' first half.
Nice surprise.
I'm trying to shuffle.
You didn't realize the press was coming, did you?
I'm trying to shuffle things around here. But
shuffle things around. It's called Open Up Zeta. Don't you have a Zeta page just littered with
I just dropped them into Zeta like 10 seconds ago.
Oh my God!
I'm glad you were prepared for today.
Here we go.
All right. Let's start with T-Bone and Tyvis.
This is good.
The TCU defense is on him.
This is why we're not lighting the cannon. This is why.
You're never lighting the cannon.
Oh no, I don't want to light it. They'd put me in the cannon and fire it for real.
And then Timmy could light it. Yeah, I would like to see it. All right, T-Bone and Tyvis. Now, Tyvis, of course, he has to drive a couple days a week right up to Cleveland after the show, and he doesn't take his vehicle, right? Or a lot of times he'll take Cardale's vehicle.
What the hell's that about?
Because he only has.
What does that even mean? He's still got to pay for his gas, doesn't he?
Well, I hope not in a Tesla.
Does he take his credit card? Oh, he takes Cardale's Tesla.
Yeah.
What are we doing, Tyvis?
You're still putting miles on the car, though, and wearing out the tires and stuff like that.
Cardale, stop letting him use your car.
Yeah. Well, he's just
got a grown man. He can drive himself.
Well, he's got the one vehicle, and he has to leave it for his wife, and his wife obviously needs it.
You're Tyvis Powell. Get another car.
Why doesn't he have two cars?
That's a good question.
Get your wife a car. Yeah. Florencia needs to have her own wheels. She doesn't need Tyvis, lending her the car.
Go ahead, play it.
All right. Well, anyway, he had an issue with Tesla and some flat tires and stuff. So let's just give this a listen. Here we go.
The tire that was messed up was on 24 PSI.
What's it usually on?
43?
43?
Something like that.
Dang.
Yeah.
They run those things hot.
So
okay.
I looked and I said, he gave me his air pump.
Oh, okay, sure.
So I put some air in the tire. I put it back up to 44. But I said, if it got down like that, I don't think I should drive to Cleveland.
Sure.
So I took my wife's truck, and my wife is going to take the Tesla.
Oh, see, that's okay.
But that put me behind the 8-ball because then, once I got in my wife's truck, she ain't had no gas.
Oh, yeah.
So now I got to go to the gas station and get some gas. My wife loves to drive around on E. She likes to play this dangerous game. And I don't understand. When I get in the car, the first thing I look at is the gas. Where's the gas? She pays no attention to that at all. She said the only time she notices the gas is when the light comes on. I said, well,
that's not good.
Yeah, you play Russian roulette.
I have so many thoughts on this. I have so many thoughts. First of all, Mrs. Powell only likes to drive around on E. Ecstasy. She's just high all the time.
Right.
When she's driving around.
I'd rather you be on E than leave the gas tank empty for the next person.
I have so many thoughts. I have thoughts about Tyvus. I have thoughts about his wife. I have thoughts about Cardell Jones letting his tire essentially rot with no air in it.
What is 44 PSI? It's going to explode.
That's a lot of PSI.
Needs to be at 35.
Well, I don't know what type of tires.
It's got to be some specialty tire.
Special musky tire.
Why does it even need air at that
Elon
point?
Musk tire. You're
Just
right. You're
driving on a brick.
The Flintstones. All right. I have so much to say. Coming up next, Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
Traffic is slowing down due to an accident that's on westbound 161 between 270 and Westerville Road. And there's a 5-minute delay on southbound 315 between 670 and Town Street. This report is sponsored by eBay. Imagine what you can find on eBay. Like a rare hologram trading card that you've become totally obsessed with. Shiny like the designer handbag of your dreams. eBay has it. They even have the perfect parts that will fit your car. Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
President Trump has shown you are safer when strong leaders stand with law enforcement. That's why, as governor, Vivek Ramaswamy will partner with police to uphold our laws, keep dangerous criminals behind bars, and protect your family. Law enforcement knows Vivek has their back. That's why 65 Ohio sheriffs endorsed him, including Sheriff Stephen Lavorchek.
Safe streets don't just happen. They happen when criminals know tough leaders are in charge. Ohio law enforcement supports Vivek Ramaswamy because, like President Trump, Vivek supports us. Vivek will empower police to arrest violent criminals quickly and decisively, putting trained resource officers in every school and restoring law and order statewide, so our families feel secure in our homes and communities. Vivek's proudly endorsed by President Trump and Ohio law enforcement. Join us in supporting Vivek Ramaswamy.
Lower costs, bigger paychecks, better schools. Vivek Ramaswamy for governor.
Paid for by Vivek Ramaswamy and Rob McCauley for Ohio.
Hey, Columbus, big news. For a limited time, get Uber One free for a full year so you could save on food and rides. That's a $96 value on us. Just use code Columbus. Get 1 year of $0 delivery fees, 10% off eligible food and grocery orders, and up to 6% Uber One credits on rides. Sign up for this limited time offer today using code Columbus and save big with Uber One. Offer valid through 3/31/26. Savings and $0 delivery fee on eligible orders and rides only. Fees and terms apply. See app for details.
Take your shot to save at Great Lakes Hyundai in Columbus or Dublin. Make a basket for extra savings on top of big shot deals on every model from Elantra to Palisade. Go now, Dublin or Columbus or glakeshyundai.com. See dealer for details. Ends 3/31.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Bo Bishop here. Ready to hit the road and make some memories? Then get to RCD RV, Central Ohio's go-to destination for the best deals, unbeatable service, and adventure-ready RVs. Start your journey today at any of their 3 Central Ohio locations or visit online anytime at rcdrv.com.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven. I feel valued as a member.
They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week, but not OJ because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay, too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks, plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
Amazon Business empowers leaders with smart business buying tools, leaving time to focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We stay dry overnight into Friday morning across central Ohio. Overnight lows at 43. On Friday, around 68 for the high temperature. It's the first official day of spring, and we'll have a 20% chance of a rain shower or a thunderstorm during the day. On Saturday, a lot of sunshine, dry, and high temps at 65. Sunday, a near record high of 80. That is your 97.1 The Fan weather forecast. I'm 10 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Chris Tomer.
The Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook sponsor of Common Man and Timmy. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
We have a producer who passes out easily and hosts you wish would pass out easily. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
The voting for the Final Four in Pizza Madness closes at 6 o'clock. PizzaMadness.pizza is the website, not .com. That's for losers. Brought to you by our friends at Billiards Plus. Around the Big Ten with Adam Rittenberg. I said 4:30. I lied. That's 4:46. Adam said he's in the middle of something. Give him more time. So we shall. 4:46. Buckeyes lost today.
Lost to TCU.
I've been depressed enough about that.
Yeah, it was. We left off talking about this situation, though, that involves. So Tyvus, a couple times a week, will physically drive up to Cleveland to hop on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. And we understand that a lot of those times he has taken Cardale Jones' car because they're good friends and he has a Tesla. So you're saving on the gas money. I don't know what other kind of things Tyvus does for Cardale to make up for that. It more than likely isn't enough. But there are all these things about that we just learned about how apparently he has to keep the PSI at those tires at like 44, 45 PSI.
Which, I mean...
And then the tires were way low, down in the mid-20s.
Seems like rock level.
It seems like concrete.
A rock.
Yeah.
Oh, like a rock.
It does, Seeger. In the Murano, 35 is standard.
All right, well, let's say that 44 is the number.
SUV tires.
I've never had a car go above like 35, 36 PSI. But let's say that he's right. 34 is the number. Or 44 is
sports cars before, too, where they were even smaller tires, right?
How does it get down?
I don't know.
To 20-something PSI. How does it get so flat? The light comes on. These machines are so delicate now.
The Tesla is a giant computer.
Right.
It's all that it is. All it is lights and beeps and boops.
There's the fact that his wife, Tyvus's wife, leaves the truck on E all the time.
My wife does that.
That's ultimate jail.
She always starts work on a busy day, having to go to the gas station when you're behind the 8 ball. I'm proud of myself for always going at the end of work or sometimes in the middle of the workday. When
you have a couple minutes, I do that as well.
When you're finished with your prep and you have, we are finished with our core prep for the show. I know we do prep at least an hour before we go to the airwaves. And anything that happens after that is something that you're thinking of the last minute that could be added to the show, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. So if you can sneak over to the sheets, which is a 2 to 5 minute drive, do it then. That way, you don't even have to do it on the way home from work. But if I have to, that's when I do it. So I'm not starting my day by going to the gas station.
But my bigger question is, why does Tyvus Powell only have one car?
I have no idea.
Look, there's a lot of people out there that are in a situation where they can't afford a car. I get that completely.
Totally.
All right? I'm not saying everybody needs 2, 3 cars, but Tyvis Powell works here. I know how much he makes. He also does side gigs.
Lots of
side gigs.
The side gig cash could add up to being a nice yearly salary for some folks.
He played in the league. The NFL.
For years. Even if it was practice squad money, that's really good stowing away
You got a wife who's like 8 months pregnant. Shouldn't she have her own transportation? What if something happens when you're at work and she needs to go someplace? What you gonna do? Uber to the hospital? What the hell are we doing?
Yeah, that's what
has
to happen. Yeah.
You're getting hair transplants. You can afford a damn car.
It doesn't have to be a Mercedes, Just a getting around vehicle.
What the hell are we doing?
I don't know. Tyvis. But he's going to light that cannon,
He's
though.
lighting the cannon tonight. Tyvis will be at Nationwide lighting the cannon. How's he going to get there?
Cardale's going to drop him off.
Okay.
Too hot.
It's Too Hot Thursday. Teddy dazzles us with audio. What do you have, Teddy?
All right. Did you guys know Dom had a birthday the other day?
That's right. He was 6'7".
Exactly.
We gave him a nod on this show.
Yeah.
On his birthday.
It was the big 6'7", as you said. So he was on Bishop and Friends, as he does every Tuesday at 10:30, I believe.
Tuesdays with Taberry.
Yeah. So he had a conversation with Bo, and they chatted about his birthday and how some of the things that his grandkids, they're kind of more hip than Dom is. So here's some 6'7" talk with Dom.
Hey, happy birthday, buddy.
Well, thank you. I was celebrating, and the kids loved it because I'm 6'7", and I was doing the 6'7".
Sure.
I'm 6'7".
That's good.
I learned all the cool things, like 6'7", and the other cool one. Now, let me see if you know this. We'll see how hip you are with your kids.
Oh, God.
What's 9 plus 10?
I don't know.
21.
No, it's not.
It's clearly wrong. I know it's wrong, but that's
what they do.
That's what the kids.
That's what the kids are doing now.
Yes. What's 9 plus 10? 19. No, 21. 21.
Do you have Southern grandchildren?
No, but that's what the app is. The app. The meme. There's a meme or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. They love it. What's 9 plus 10? 21. Yeah.
Oh God, I haven't heard that one yet.
First of all,
I'm not hip to the jive on that one.
My third grader, my 9-year-old, has told me that 6'7" is done.
6'7" been done, homie.
It's over.
Yeah,
it's over for Bozo.
Yeah, it's
done.
out.
But you know what they do now? I wonder if your son does this.
What?
They actually have props for this now. Okay, so it started out like instead of it's the equivalent of. I know you are, but what am I? Or
talk
not,
to the hand?
Not, whatever it is. Somebody says something to you, and then you reverse it on them. The old switcheroo, right?
Topsy-turvy, that mofo.
Whatever. So now the thing is, the kids say to themselves, Uno reverse card.
I don't know that.
Uno reverse card.
Uno reverse
means,
card.
I'm not stupid. You're stupid. Uno reverse card. But now they will actually whip one out of their pocket. They will take an Uno reverse card from home.
You're ruining the whole day.
And whip it out of their pocket. Instead of saying it, they just show it. Uno reverse card.
What happens when you go to play the next time? Then you're short a reverse card.
You're screwed.
I mean, if you got to take a joker for some new game that you're going to play, by all means, take a joker because nobody uses the 2 jokers when you play cards.
I told Samantha to do something new, too.
You're affecting the game.
Don't do the same thing other people are doing. Take a draw 4 card if you're going to take anything. Draw 4. That's the worst card, not reverse.
What do I do? What do I do when you draw a 4 on me?
You give me $4.
Is that supposed to be like, oh, my God, I can't come back from that? That's like you told me to F off. That was like a yo mama's so fat. When she went to the movie, she sat next to everybody.
Tonight!
I like that. That's not so bad.
All right, too hot. Come on, Teddy.
All right, Joshua Perry, our guy, he was filling in for Matty Ice this week on Rothman and Ice on Monday and Tuesday. He did. And I couldn't believe this, but Josh, they had brought up the fact like how many unread text messages that he had. And I don't know if you've heard it.
I can't do it.
I haven't heard it, but I'm sure it'll make me
It's going to be in the thousands, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Here we go.
How do you guys handle that? Not a birthday one,
But if someone texts you something like random about, hey, I saw this thing or something, and you don't know, you don't have that contact in your phone.
But you can tell that it's not some wrong number. It's just,
that's right.
Like they are addressing me right now.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
Ignore.
No.
So you don't just honestly say, or do you go with the lying excuse, which is, I don't know, I lost my contacts, or I got a new phone, or like.
No.
I've got 2,695 unread messages in my phone, so
Okay,
I'm literally
that's-
ignoring.
What?
That's
So y'all get a text back when you text me.
unbelievable.
Feel good about it.
2,000 unread messages?
Yeah, almost 3,000
unread. Not like where you kind of looked at them, but it doesn't show
No,
red.
it's literally the ones that I have. Nobody has time for all that.
Wow.
There's a number right there.
Well, you are that guy.
Who are the people who you aren't texting back?
Plenty of them.
Wow.
That
gives me anxiety just thinking about it.
I was gonna say before Joshua said it himself, I feel pretty proud
because
that
he responds to
Joshua
you.
responds to me. But I'm also offering shifts. So there's there's that. We're offering shows when we reach out, but he responds to me. We're now Instagram buddies.
Timmy, we're not talking about not responding. We're talking about he's not even reading them. He's not even caring enough to read them to know if he should respond.
Well, obviously, he's let it get so far out of control that you're at the point of no return. You're not catching up now.
You know what this is?
All
And my
you can
wife
do-
does this with her email box.
He needs to wipe everything clean and just start anew.
Her inbox, her email inbox, is thousands and thousands of emails in there.
You want to know how many are in Sarah's Gmail?
I don't want to hear it. Because what we need to do is we focus too long on like A&E, like, oh, this woman's got 19 million shoe boxes in her house and dead cats and hoarding.
Hoarders,
right?
Hoarders, yeah.
But we need to focus now on digital hoarding. This is hoarding for the new generation. What people do with their email inboxes and unread text messages, I think that's even worse.
It's digital hoarding. You're right.
It's digital hoarding.
Sarah's closing in on 100,000 emails in her Gmail. 100,000. And she claims that she can't delete it. That's the claim.
Why?
And I'm like, what are you talking about? Can't delete it. She's like, I can show you. I try to delete it, but it just doesn't delete. I'm like, I don't want to see it. It doesn't make any sense. You should just delete the account and just open a new one.
Start again.
Yeah, right.
Burn the house down.
It's not deleting,
it's infested.
Deactivate the whole account.
Have Herbie come over and burn your house down.
Burn it down and get the insurance check.
Is the Masters delightfully quirky or just plain dumb? Plus, we have our eye on some upsets in the NCAA tournament. We'll talk about that in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
Construction is causing a 5-minute delay on westbound 70 on the west side near Hilliard Rome Road. It is slow from 270. And there's a couple-minute delay due to an accident that's on westbound 161 from 270 to Westerville Road. This report is sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com. With over 100 online casino-style games, Chumba Casino is your go-to destination for nonstop entertainment. Play for fun and play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 21+. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hi, this is Max with Buckeye Heating and Cooling. Like your vehicle, your heating, cooling, and plumbing systems need to be maintained. We recommend our True Comfort membership designed to keep things working in tip-top shape. Thanks for letting us keep your home comfortable and plumbing worry-free. But when you need us,
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no closing cost mortgage. With interest rates at their lowest level in 4 years, what's stopping you from taking advantage? Maybe it's the thousands of dollars in closing cost? Well, what if I told you that those costs aren't required and that you decide whether to sacrifice $15,000 to $20,000 of equity at closing or zero? At Miller Lending, we're all about zero and have been offering no-cost loans since 1987. With no title closing or origination fees, imagine having the freedom to refinance any time a lower rate becomes available or a need arises. Even 0.5% lower in rate results in savings of over $100,000 over the life of your loan. So why wait? No-cost loans are real and here to stay. Simply call Miller Lending and see why thousands of satisfied clients have made that choice to say goodbye to closing costs forever. 877-9-NO-COST. That's 877-9-NO-COST. Or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender and MLS number 250-2146.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Panama Ted is being forced to produce this show against his will. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
All right, Mike. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, this dumb show brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. Now you go.
All right, so you know I'm getting excited for what's to come after college basketball. PGA Tour, I generally fall off a little bit for these 3 weeks. If there's something super compelling happening on Sunday down the final stretch of the back nine, I'll chime in, see what goes on those final few holes. I think they're in Florida for one more. I think this is the Innisbrook Copperhead tournament this week. Then they have 2 in Texas. And then. Hello, friends. Here we are at Butler Cabin for the playing of the Masters tournament here at Augusta National. And I saw something on social media today from one of the golf writers I follow who noticed, holy crap, look at this. If you go and look at the Masters website, they now have launched a little search function where you can find video of any shot going back to 1968.
Any shot?
Any shot. Any player, every shot.
Can you imagine?
That's impressive, okay? That's impressive that they've had
the manpower
video.
It took.
Yeah, they've got video on every shot that took place from 1968, and then they could vault that. They could put that in the vault. So I appreciate things like that. And I do like the website, masters.com. My problem, and I know you've spoken to this too, is they've been upgrading their TV partners throughout the last couple years, and they do care a great big deal about getting more money from the sponsor so they can have less commercial time. Definitely as a golf fan, I appreciate that. I forget what it is. Is it like 54 minutes out of the hour or 56 minutes out of the hour when they get to that Sunday coverage on CBS? But it's nice. Like, that's good stuff coming down the stretch on Saturday and Sunday. But this is the first major, okay? Now, you hold yourself in such high regard. I understand there's exclusivity about that, and then you can charge the TV carriers accordingly so you can get all that money. But when they just did this extra deal to add, I think, the 1 to 3 o'clock hours on Thursday and Friday for Amazon Prime. So we have Amazon Prime now from 1 to 3, Thursday, Friday. When they added just those hours to their coverage, they were increasing their TV coverage by 50% when they made that move. Just a little bit of that. There might have been 3 other hours on another network, 7 hours. They went, far more than anything they'd had before that. But how are you not showing everything on either TV or at the very least a streaming partner like Peacock, not just your website? Because the website is fine, but you got to get on an actual browser to pull that up. And I don't want to be, I don't know about you, but I don't have like my internet thing as one of my buttons on my 75-inch big screen.
Right. We're not talking about, I'm pissed off, I have to put on Peacock. Okay.
We're talking about internet.
This is an internet browser only.
Yes.
Where you can watch large portions of the most important, depending on who you're talking to, tournament in professional golf. Which, and I have said this a million times, and I've had some golf people give me the side eye. Because they'll say, see, that's what's unique about it. I like that.
Not getting to see.
I like that you really can't watch. Because you're leaning into tradition then, where you know what I say? That's great. Let's put some early season Buckeye games on like Raycon Sports or something like that.
We do have a couple that are on BTN Plus.
Standard def. Yeah. And, look, we evolve over time. To me, not being able to watch the entire Masters on a streamer or on, broadcast television is the equivalent of not showing the first quarter of the Super Bowl. It doesn't make any sense.
even beyond streaming, I really wish it was on some kind of TV, or at least now that it's on Peacock, they can simulcast that on NBCSN.
Well, whatever.
That's really,
at least
that's
it's
really what you
somewhere
ask.
where you could just watch it easily on a big screen.
Because the first from 7 a.m. on, so 7 a.m. to 1.
You have nothing.
Think about that.
Website, browser only.
That's 6 hours. You're getting one of Scotty Scheffler's entire rounds of golf. 18 holes of golf on one of those days where you just have to go hunting for it on a non-traditional place. And it's the Masters. Have everything. That doesn't mean you don't have the website, because the website offers some really neat tools.
There you go.
You can have the shot tracker.
Buy your egg salad on the website.
Well, no, I mean, you can still watch there if you're at your desk, if you're at work and you're not like able to log into your, I don't know why you wouldn't also be able to log into your YouTube TV account, because that's what I do when I'm sitting at my desk, and I can full screen it and you can still do the quad box there. That's what's nice. I don't know if you're going to be able to have that on masters.com where you can do a quad box type of thing, because typically what I remember when they offer some of the streaming services is they would give featured groups. You know, they would show the Amen corner. Here's 11, 12, and 13. Here's 2, 3, or 4 featured groups, which is just following that one group.
Yeah.
But where's like the stream version of just the entire overall broadcast coverage from the first ball strike in the morning all the way to when you pass it off to Amazon Prime's main coverage that's now 1 o'clock on Thursday and Friday?
NCAA tournament. When I walked in today, Rhyme Time said Merry Christmas to me, because to him this is Christmas Day. Buckeyes lost already. If they would have won, they'd move on to play, in all likelihood, Duke, or so we thought. However, we have less than 10 minutes to go in this game, and Siena, the 16 seed, has a 6-point lead on Duke.
Amazing.
I'm just saying, look, I still find it hard to believe that they'd be able to finish this off.
I still do.
And win this game. Right. Now it's a 5-point lead. But this is a tremendous thing for Siena. And I think there is some truth to this. And I've seen some coaches bitch and moan about this, and I think it's right, where the High Point coach, whose name I do not know, has said, we tried in the offseason to go out and schedule games.
Right.
Against good teams.
We know that Miami, Ohio, showed receipts about 60, 70 requests went out to try to beef up the schedule, and that no one would take.
Don't talk about our schedule and our conference, because we tried to go out and schedule games and play big boy competition, and everybody turned us down.
And they offered to go on the road, too. They offered to go to their place.
Right,
They understand you're not coming to our gym at High Point in Boiling Springs, North Carolina. They're a 31-win basketball team now, by the way, who just knocked off Wisconsin.
But I wonder if when we get into some of these tournament games, which, by the way, people said, oh, NIL means we'll never see a Cinderella again. Well, clearly that's BS, because we saw High Point win today. All right, Cinderellas will always exist, because we underestimate sometimes how good these teams are, these mid-major type of teams. I think sometimes we look at the seeding and, they come from this conference, their net ranking is this. Well, the reality is they didn't have an opportunity to increase that net ranking by playing anyone out of non-conference, because they were all scared to play them and schedule them.
This is just a chaotic tournament. It's why it's so fun, and I do, if you look at it, for the most part, you're still going to wind up with one of the best 3 or 4 teams all season long in college basketball that last till the end. But at the same time, how many years ago where you had St. Peter's? How the hell did they do that? St. Peter's went to the Elite 8. That's crazy for who they were that basketball season to make that kind of run. And I know people say what they say about NIL and how the budgets are growing at these high majors, but you're still going to have, in my opinion, a lot of what makes March Madness special. You've got McNeese, who they lost their coach. Will Wade went to NC State. I thought there was some deal where that pseudo celeb. I thought he was just a big giant dork, and it annoyed me because he just carried a boombox, and we made him into some kind of superstar of the world. But that Aura Khan guy, you know who I'm talking about, dude with the glasses. I thought he went to NC State, but apparently he's still there with McNeese, and they're fighting tooth and nail with Vanderbilt, who's a really, really good basketball team. Their coach came over from James Madison when they had their tournament run. They beat Wisconsin. And look at Vandy. They're good, but McNeese giving them everything they can handle.
Hi. Sienna's just up by 1 now. Up by 1.
61-60.
Got to respond here.
Close, though.
Around the Big Ten with our guy Adam Rittenberg coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
Expect a 5-minute delay if you're on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt going from 315 to 71. And there's a couple-minute holdup on southbound 71 on the north side from 5th Avenue to I-70. This report is sponsored by Ohio 811. Call before you dig. Contact Ohio 811 at least 48 hours before you dig. It's easy to do, and it's the law. Centerpoint Energy, Columbia Gas, Duke Energy, and Enbridge Gas want you to dig safely. Contact Ohio 811 every time you dig. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Tired of snoring? Dr. Mark Levy can help with a custom mouthpiece that opens your airway and stops the snoring. No mask, no noise. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com today. Stop snoring. Sleep better. Live better.
Common Man here for Jermaine. Everybody's talking about affordability when buying a car these days, but the truth is, GoJermaine.com has a great selection of affordable inventory. Maybe that tax return's going to hit your mailbox pretty soon. Well, go see my friends because they have 300 new cars under 30 grand, over 300 used cars under 20 grand, and it's only at GoJermaine.com. And along with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Get started at GoJermaine.com.
Truck drivers, Midwest Logistics Systems is hiring local dedicated truck drivers in your area. As an MLS driver, you'll experience the ease of hauling no-touch freight, earning predictable pay, and having a consistent Monday through Friday schedule. Plus, MLS drivers earn performance and safety-based bonuses and have access to a benefits package with health care, a 401k, paid time off, and more. Stop missing out on valuable time at home. Find a local dedicated job near you and apply at MidwestLogisticsSystems.com.
Bo Bishop here. Picture this. Windows down, the beautiful countryside rolling by, the kids laughing in the back, and nowhere you have to be but wherever the road takes you. That's RV life. Find yours at RCD RV. 3 locations in Central Ohio or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
There's an old story about cat toys that's been retold for over 20 years because it perfectly explains who we are. This is Dennis Sullivan, president of Care Heating and Cooling. Years ago, a couple who shared their house with 3 cats had another company out to look at their furnace. After working on it, the technician said it was dangerous and had to be replaced. The couple called Care for a second opinion, and my dad Mike went out to help them. When he inspected the furnace, the cause of the problem became obvious. A cat toy had been stuffed into the heat exchanger. With the toy removed, the furnace ran perfectly. Now, how did the toy get there? You can decide for yourself, but here's what mattered then and still matters now. The first company paid commissions to their service techs to sell new furnaces. At Care, we pay our technicians to fix furnaces, not sell you a new one. And if a new furnace is needed, our team of replacement specialists will advise you on all options available and help you make your best choice. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING when you need a company you can trust.
Last year, Eric Reeser and T-Bone staged the first annual Fan 5K. People had a good time and no one died. So we decided to do it all again. It all goes down Saturday, June 20th in Otterbein.
Presented by the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center.
Will Reeser's muscular calves explode? Will T-Bone's beard choke him while running? More importantly, will Tyvis, Common Man, and Timmy make total fools of themselves? Maybe. Magic 8 Ball says signs point to yes. Register today at 971therace.com.
If the look of your home says charming, but the look of your garage door says haunted, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For over 30 years, we've been transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Hey, it's T-Bone again. Listen up. Sleep apnea doesn't have to rule your nights. Dr. Mark Levy's been treating snoring and sleep apnea for over 15 years with proven results. And now he has an office in Marysville. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or go to SleepBetterColumbus.com. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
this. Breathe. You got this. You got this.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
Common Man and Timmy for our friends at Hollywood Casino.
Oh, it's a big month, Common Man.
Why?
Because there's lots of basketball to watch and lots of cash to win.
That's right. If you're watching hoops, you can reserve your spot at HollywoodColumbus.com. And some of the packages come with $300 in dining credits.
And this month you could win $1 million instantly. That's your final answer. Plus, there's multiple ways to score big cash prizes weekly.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hey, basketball.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Cosby Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Common Man and Timmy present Around the Big Ten with ESPN's Adam Rittenberg.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys. For all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs, contact the Roofing Guys at theroofingguys.com.
He covers all things college football for ESPN. He is Adam Rittenberg on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Hello, my friend.
How are we doing?
Oh, I was confused because the other night I was, watching the Dayton games and I saw someone who I swear could be my good friend, Adam Rittenberg. And so he can't possibly be there. But yes, you were tearing up Dayton. How'd it go?
It was awesome. I call myself the unofficial king of the first four because I think I've covered like 8 of the last 10, 8 of the last 12. Like, I'm always in Dayton. I love it. I have a routine. The games are fun. I'm the biggest first four defender out there. It's a great event. I hope it never leaves Dayton. It's just awesome all around.
Well, I'll ask you then, since we're on the subject, a lot's been made the last couple of years about expanding this tournament, and at some point they will. I mean, just logically they will. Are you in favor of that?
I'm not. No, I think this is a right-sized tournament, and it certainly could get bigger and create more opportunities. But I think the teams that are in it typically are the ones that belong in it, and any expansion would essentially just be giving more opportunities to average teams from major conferences. And I think what we've seen so far in this tournament, whether it was Miami last night or High Point, their coach made a big point about this after the game, that, these are good teams at the lower levels that aren't getting opportunities because there are schedule analyses out there that are dissuading power conference teams from scheduling them. And it's a real shame because, those are the teams that make the tournament great, along with, obviously the teams at the top that are able to win every year. But I'm not in favor of expanding the tournament.
That is the right answer. We are not for expanding
good answer.
The NCAA tournament either. It's been too perfect. I got to get me to the first four in Dayton. I've been here 14 years. I have not been able to make the jaunt over there
go with
for
Adam.
the games.
You guys go to the Pine Club, have a little steak dinner.
Exactly. And you had the Miami-Ohio game last night too, Adam. The place was just rocking for that. Oh, Adam. So.
Oh, yes.
No. Adam was in his Speedo last night.
Yes.
Just like the Miami, Ohio guys.
Well, what was crazy about that was that, it sort of just came out of nowhere. I was I write off both the games. So I was working on the news story off of Prairie View A&M's win. And so I get to my seat like late in the first half, and then it was kind of like 13 minutes left, and it seemed like it was coordinated perfectly that they just ran down the stairs behind that basket, and then they didn't do it again. So it was just like a one-off thing. It was just perfect. It was just one of those tournament moments. That's going to be in one shining moment there in Dayton. But yeah, very, very cool. See, one of the Miami players told me afterward that as good as the crowd was, that was his favorite moment.
Beautiful. Adam Rittenberg is here with us, was covering some college basketball, but to some Big Ten football things. For the Buckeyes here, I want to know what your take is on the over-under win total that's come out for them being at 9.5. With what they've done in recent years, we're seeing the only 2 times they didn't get to 10 wins in the regular season in the last quarter century was the Luke Fickell year and then the year where
the COVID year,
the pandemic
2020.
year. Yeah, in the last 20 years, the only 2 times where they didn't do it. Do you think that's a slight, or is the schedule that tough?
Well, it's probably a little bit of both. I mean, here's the thing, guys, is that the Big Ten's different. When Ohio State was annually winning 11 games, it wasn't the league that it is now. You just look at the depth. You look at Indiana coming out of nowhere to be a sustained national power that's coming off a national championship. You look at Oregon, which I think we've talked about before. They've been the best on-field addition to the Big Ten maybe since Penn State and maybe ever. I mean, they've been a really big addition in terms of, top 5, top 10 team. So you add them to the mix. USC is a team that's getting better. I talked with Lincoln Riley recently about that. And then you have a very difficult non-conference game on the road against a Texas team that is facing, real pressure to win a national championship with Arch Manning at quarterback, and a team that obviously lost to Ohio State last year. So certainly less than 9 wins is not acceptable in Columbus. I don't have to tell you guys that. I don't have to tell Ryan Day or the rest of his staff that. But it is going to be a more taxing schedule, and 12-0, 11-1 would be a bit surprising, given some of the holes that Ohio State has to fill.
I want to talk to you about sort of the mindset of the modern athlete, because these guys have never been more professional. There's a lot of pressure that comes with playing at a big-time college program, and especially when you put money into it, and a lot of these guys and their families are depending on the money that they're making. But I saw some quotes from Oregon quarterback Dante Moore this week where he was being very vulnerable about, how tough it is in his mental health, and he was advocating for more resources for these guys. When you are around the game of college football in 2026, is that palpable? Can you feel that these guys are under so much more pressure, and it's more important now than ever to make sure that behind the scenes they're also getting taken care of and taking care of themselves?
Well, I don't think it's necessarily a new problem, but it is maybe in a different way because, like you said, there's money on the table and there's an expectation to perform other than just, hey, earning your scholarship and, the pride that you take in representing your family and your hometown and the school that you're playing for. So there is an added layer. And, Dante, I spent some time with him late last year, and you really came away from that conversation thinking, wow, this is a guy who's a little bit different. His teammates described him as an old soul. His dad, who really largely raised him, even though he's also close to his mom, is a very impressive guy. And, he does things a little bit differently. So, again, I wasn't that surprised when Dante Moore decided, you know what, I'm going to wait another year, even though I would be the number 2 quarterback, maybe the number 1 quarterback in the NFL draft, and let myself mature because I'm not that old. I'm only 20 years old, and I've been through a lot. And as he mentioned in that piece that you're referencing, obviously the trauma of his mom's cancer. So I really commend him, and I always commend athletes who are willing to speak out. But, these schools do have a lot of resources for the athletes, and you just hope that if they are struggling like Dante was, that they're able to take advantage of them.
Adam, we appreciate it, my friend. Next year we'll hang out in Dayton with you, and we'll talk to you next week.
Let's do it, guys. Dayton's the place to be. I appreciate it.
Dayton's the place to be. Adam Rittenberg's face on a Dayton Tourism Board T-shirt.
I saw him there. He was sitting right behind where the main broadcast crew was. Is that how you saw him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dickie V and Charles, they would put the camera in there, him and Brian. Those two, Brian Anderson.
The rising head of Adam
that
Rittenberg.
head.
I know that.
Recognize that head anywhere.
So my wife says I should stop doing something. I disagree. So I want you to tell me if I'm in the wrong here.
All right. We could be coming up on the end
time
here for Siena and Duke.
No, it's done for Siena. I don't think
that.
Siena hasn't scored in the last 5 minutes.
They're ready to pounce.
Siena has not substituted this entire game.
That hasn't happened. It just showed.
There's less than 3 minutes left to go.
That hasn't happened in a full game since the Indiana State Sycamores in 1979
right,
in
we'll
the
keep
semis.
You up to date.
Because Larry Bird wouldn't allow it.
Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got a 5-minute delay if you're on westbound 670 from 71 to 3rd Street. And watch out for a disabled semi that's blocking the right lane on eastbound 33's off-ramp to Hamilton Road. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority, your local expert. Are your floors sagging? Are musty smells reeking throughout your home? contact Ohio Basement Authority, the crawl space repair experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win, like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later. Sound familiar, Dale? Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Common Man here for Weed Man. I talk to you about Weed Man every year. Why? Simple. Number one, I use it. Number two, it works. You want to get those lawn roots thick, baby, because when that happens, they resist weeds, disease, and insects, and they're using top-of-the-line stuff. We're talking golf course quality. Weed Man is locally owned and operated by Corbin and Audrey. They will take care of you. Proudly serving Central Ohio and our Dayton friends. Call your local office, 614-733-3747, weedman.com.
Hey, it's Matty Ice. It's Marathon Mania at McDaniel GM Superstore this Saturday, March 21st. I'll be there 10 a.m. to noon. And check this out. Select new and used vehicles are priced at invoice. Incredible deals going on, folks. McDaniel GM Superstore just off Route 23 on 95 in Marion. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Like a cold iced tea on a hot summer day, spring is going to feel pretty sweet this year, considering. Celebrate spring's arrival during Oakland Nursery's Spring Fling, March 14th through the 22nd. 33% savings on houseplants, garden tools, shoes, books, summer flowering bulbs, and more. 25% off packaged garden seed. You've been itching to get in the garden this year, and this is what you need to start. Oakland Nursery Spring Fling, March 14th through the 22nd. For 86 years, spring starts at Oakland Nursery.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If your garage floor has stains, cracks, or even the dreaded bad epoxy job, maybe one you tried to do yourself, maybe one you paid for and it didn't work out, it can make your entire garage look bad. Let's be honest about it. And maybe those botched garage floor coatings that you've had in the past have put you off of ever getting it fixed. Well, my friends, let me tell you, the people at Comer & Cross Concrete Floor Coatings want you to know there is a fix out there. They can make your garage floor gleaming, glistening, look like a new car showroom. You call Comer & Cross at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, and they will come out with their pros, no subcontractors, and install a gleaming new Comer & Cross garage floor in just 1 day. Yeah, this floor is guaranteed to never chip, crack, or even show tire lift like epoxy or paint can. Never going to have that problem with Comer & Cross. Call them today, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. It's that easy. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or you go to comercross.com. That's C-O-M-E-R cross.com. Get a new garage floor with Comer & Cross Concrete Floor Coatings today.
Hey, it's Bo Bishop here. You've heard me talk about High Bank Spirits, but the food is just as good. Brunch worth planning your weekend around. Seasonal dinners perfect for date night or game night. Plus, kids eat half off every Monday. Find menus and locations at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been your one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
Get Eco.
ECO. Hey, Jerry, you know how we remind people not to be a sump pump grump this time of year?
I sure do. If people's sump pumps aren't pumpy, they sure can get grumpy.
And down in the dumpy.
But our $89 sump pump inspection can replace all that sump pump grumpiness with happiness.
Even if it doesn't rhyme.
Get Eco.
ECO. Our expert sump pump plumbers will make sure your sump pump is working to spec and ready to pump. We'll even do a camera inspection of your downspout drainage system to make sure there aren't any backups causing problems down the line.
And turn your sump pump grump into a flow-it-all, know-it-all.
Get Eco.
ECO. Jerry, I'm starting to think not everything we do has to rhyme.
But rhymes help people remember things they like, Aaron. I mean, You like hokey pokey, don't you?
I do like the hokey pokey.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and sump pump technicians.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Despite erasing a 15-point halftime deficit, 8-seed Ohio State fell to 9-seed TCU 66-64. TCU's Xavier Edmonds made the go-ahead basket with 4.1 seconds left, while Ohio State's Bruce Thornton missed the game-winning shot from half court. Other first-round final scores, 12-seed High Point stunned 5-seed Wisconsin 83-82, 6-seed Louisville upended 11-seed USF 83-79, 4-seed Nebraska beat 13-seed Troy 76-47. In progress, top-seed Duke leads 16-seed Siena 67-63, 21 seconds left. 5-seed Vanderbilt leads 12-seed McNeese State 60-54, 7:55 left. 3-seed Michigan State leads 14-seed North Dakota State 30-18. 4-seed Arkansas leads 13-seed Hawaii 36-23. This update sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats is a great deal waiting for you at Scramblers. From now through March 31st, get a buy one, get one free deal on the Manhandler skillet on the app. Terms apply.
The only thing more erotic than listening to this show is riding through Krispy Kreme's conveyor of goo. But only one of those things is legal. This is Man and Timmy.
Fishy has handed me the plug sheet for tomorrow. T-Bone and Tyvis get things started 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. They'll talk to Jeff Sabota, Blue Jackets insider, hopefully talking about a Jackets victory tonight. On this show tomorrow, it's Go to Jail Friday, but more importantly, the championship matchup in Pizza Madness will be unveiled. The voting closes in 58 minutes. Go to pizzamadness.pizza and cast your vote today. We'll be down to 2 tomorrow. Also, I saw this on Morning Juice tomorrow morning. 6 to 8 on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Did you see who they're going to have on as a guest?
Yeah, a star.
7:05,
Yeah.
Jacob Reimer, Rhyme Time. And it says fan college hoops guru.
So I really
That's got to really chap your ass.
I really am out.
You're done, man.
I don't even
You're
know.
out.
I don't even know why I still work here.
Rhyme Time is on shows as a guest.
I get contacted to set other people up for cool things. I don't know anything about college basketball anymore. Dom is having Reimer on now over me. I'm out. Done. What am I an expert at now? Nothing.
You're an expert on things. Passive-aggressive behavior.
How to start wars in the neighborhood.
Right, that. You know, wearing gaudy gold chains.
Making sure my dog tears both her ACLs.
Right. You're an expert on that.
Things like that. No, that's fun. Jacob is so excited for this time of year. It's so much fun.
Oh, he was like a kid in a candy store today.
I mean, yeah, it is. I mean, it's for you too. It's your favorite 2 days in sports. It's
terrific.
The best.
However, he had a visible erection when I walked in today.
He was a tent.
My God.
He was a Reimer tent.
All right, here's a couple stories for you. Buckeye women's hockey coach Nadine Muzzerall agrees to a new 5-year deal. Good for her.
On the eve of another big game for them.
Caleb Williams, my guy, Bears quarterback, is seeking trademark protection for Iceman. I don't think he's ever been called that. He's naming himself Iceman. This is like Costanza trying to call himself T-Bone.
I think Ridley Scott or somebody involved with the original Top Gun, Paramount Pictures possibly, could have something to say for no. That's one of the most famous movie characters that ever existed. Maverick, Goose, Iceman.
I believe that was Tony Scott, his brother. Wasn't Ridley.
That's right.
Tony Scott.
Yeah, there's Tony and then there's Ridley. Tony's dead.
Was that not Kenny Loggins? Was that Dave Loggins? That did
it was
the song?
outfielder Kenny Lofton is what it was.
Kenny Lofton.
That's right.
Kenny Loggins.
Also, Teddy, this is for you. Gavin DeGraw will perform at halftime of the Aviators home opener.
I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately. Oh, Chariot.
I got Chariot. I don't have to. Yeah.
Hey,
everybody, it's Aviators football. This is what he's doing, huh?
Here comes head coach Teddy Ginn leading his men out onto the field.
I'll tell you what.
What a get.
What a get is right. I don't know whether to applaud that get or cry for Gavin DeGraw.
Do you remember back when we were banging at the Brewery District studios? God, I miss those studios. Perched up there on the third floor of a nice old brick building, renovated building in the Brewery District on Front Street.
The Kroger right across the thing.
We had a nice courtyard. We had beautiful windows, panoramic windows in our studio. We could look out in our breaks at activity in the courtyards. Lots of bum fights.
Bum fighting and sometimes bum effing. Not fighting, but
a lot of fighting, a lot of cussing.
Fornication.
Some effing. We would hear some sporadic yelling every now and then when we would walk across to the Kroger. But the Kroger, which was great, they were great there. They had the good lunch spread and everything. They would do a big parking lot party around the 4th of July as things were getting set up for Red, White, and Boom in the city. And one year they brought 10,000 maniacs in to play their parking lot concerts.
When I was first told that, I'm like, there's no way 10,000 maniacs is playing in the parking lot of a Kroger.
Right, no way.
But
yes,
it was them, air quotes, because there's like 2 original members left and Natalie Merchant wasn't in it anymore.
Of course, there was no Natalie Merchant.
Yes.
No Natalie.
But again, that was like a bastardized version of that band playing in the parking lot. I assume this isn't imposter Gavin DeGraw. He's still him.
Well, yes.
He's playing the Aviators halftime show?
I don't know anything. I haven't heard Gavin DeGraw's name in 15 years. I had that CD. I still do. I'm going to go that CD.
I'm going to go listen to it when I get home.
He's all about the art. He doesn't care where he's playing it.
He's all about the art.
Yeah.
Just to get to play.
He just wants an audience. Share his music for people wherever they're at.
One song can change the world. That's all.
If you change the world. Make it a better place.
This is
for you and
all the children in the world.
That's not the song.
I believe the children are our future.
That's not the song, you moron. All right, I do something. My wife tells me I have to stop doing it.
What are you doing?
And I think it's nice. I think it's fun.
You should stop doing a lot of things.
You
but
don't
I want to
even know what I'm about to say.
I want to know what this is about.
So, when I'm driving in the car and I see someone, like the other day, I saw someone driving around Central Ohio with a Chicago White Sox bumper sticker.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
You don't see a ton of that.
Yeah.
I'm a born and raised White Sox fan. And so what?
You get up by them. And
I give a little wave and a thumbs up. I give a little wave.
I thought it was like a shooting finger point.
I give a little wave and a smile and a thumbs up.
And they're like, oh.
No. Can I tell you something? Even if they don't know what the hell I'm doing, most of the time people are happy. And they, too, give me a wave or a thumbs up.
I like it.
Same thing with me. Some people like the car I'm driving. They'll give me a wave and a thumbs up.
What's wrong with that? Why do our wives...
I don't know why.
I'm not even allowed to do a light honk at anybody and I get yelled at.
I'll tell you what I drive, okay? We got the nice Germain Lexus in the house, in the garage.
Yeah? You drive that sometimes?
I drive that sometimes. But I like the sports cars. You know me.
I do.
I like a little tiny car that goes fast. I have an Audi RS3.
You like go vroom, vroom.
And so when I see another RS3, which I don't see a lot of, I give a little thumbs up and a wave. Mm-hmm. And it's always greeted in return like, hey, my guy.
You know what I do, too?
Kristen hates it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. It's nice.
There's so much nastiness out there.
I know.
You're just trying to... One song can change the world. One thumbs up. One Chuck Norris.
I used to do
just
it.
Make your day.
Back when I was banging with a Volkswagen GTI, every time I saw a GTI, it's like, hey, GTI.
GTI.
That's fun.
Whenever I see like a classic car, you know, because I'm a fan of cars too. I can't say that I'm in your wheelhouse or T-Bone's wheelhouse when it comes to recall of, oh yeah, that's a 1968 Pontiac GTO. Like I can see that. I know what the body type is, but I have general wherewithal of like what these are, but I know what I like. And if I see something that I like and I can tell that someone has taken great pride in either purchasing this or restoring this car, they're driving it out there on a nice day and we're near each other, I will do I will do a point and a thumbs up.
There's so much.
And guys or gals will make eye contact, and they'll be like, hey, they'll see, like, nice.
If I see somebody has a Pearl Jam bumper sticker, I'll go beside him and give him a little, hey, my guy, thumbs up.
The only thing
and Kristen slinks down in her seat like this. I don't want him to see me. Oh, you're spreading joy. We can't have that now.
What's her beef?
I don't know what her beef is. Her beef is that she's not happy unless I'm miserable. If I have 1 second of happiness, if I have 1 second of like, hey, my guy, why are you happy? And then I take all these pills not be depressed.
You spend all week being unhappy.
Right, exactly. Why are you unhappy?
That's how she likes you.
No, she's mad at me when I'm unhappy, too. She can't make up her mind. Why am I with this woman? This is what I decided.
Where's Gabby?
Where is Gabby? I can't be happy. I can't be sad. Tell me what to be.
Where's Sydney? Where's Sophie? Sorry, Sophie's out. Where's Gabby? Where's Tate?
Tate McRae?
No, Tate's cookies. Ooh, they're over here.
Tate's cookies.
Ooh, Tate McRae's cookies.
Can I have a thin and crispy?
Oh, you can have a thin and crispy.
Give me a thin and crispy. Speaking of food, it's Ballpark food time.
Hey, Ballpark.
Coming up next, Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
You're looking at a 10-minute delay on southbound 270 on that east outer belt from Main Street to US 33. And there's about a 5-minute holdup on southbound 270 on the west outer belt between Cemetery Road and I-70. This report is sponsored by BHM CPA Group. Tax season made simple. Thousands trust BHM CPA Group for accurate, affordable, IRS-compliant 1040 filing. File today and maximize your return at bhmcpagroup.com. Because BHM CPA Group simplifies the complex. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Common Man here for Jermaine. Everybody's talking about affordability when buying a car these days, but the truth is, GoJermaine.com has a great selection of affordable inventory. Maybe that tax return's going to hit your mailbox pretty soon. Well, go see my friends because they have 300 new cars under 30 grand, over 300 used cars under 20 grand, and it's only at GoJermaine.com. And along with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Get started at GoJermaine.com.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture, flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor and call a groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Tom's Garage Door, Tom's Garage Door. When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
I started my first business at 12 years old, mowing lawns for about $5 a yard. I thought I was crushing it until my buddy down the street undercut me by $2. But he didn't just cut the price, he cut corners too. That's when I learned if you do the job right, people trust you and integrity beats profit. People care more about how you show up and whether you do what you say you're going to do. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Doors. From garage door repairs to upgrades, we show up, we crush it, and we stand behind every job. We only use the best parts, and the spring's guaranteed to last a lifetime. Because when you care about the people you serve, you work harder, and it shows. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Doors today or schedule online at donsgaragedoors.com. And yeah, we still beat the other guy.
Tom's Garage Doors, Tom's Garage Doors. When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
Family owned and operated. It isn't all sunshine and rainbows. This is Dennis Sullivan, president of Care Heating and Cooling. Here's something you don't hear admitted very often. When you run a business with your family, you don't always get along with them. We argue, we debate, we have real conversations about the decisions that we make. But at Care, every conversation comes back to our priorities, doing right by our employees and our customers. Because when you treat your team like family, they take better care of the families they serve. And when you treat your customers the way you want your own family treated, trust follows. That mindset doesn't always maximize short-term profits, but it builds something better, long-term relationships. Today, more and more local companies are being bought by venture capital firms, where maximizing profits often leads to a sales-first mentality. Care is still family-owned and locally operated, so we can keep people, not profits, at the center of every decision. Care Heating and Cooling, Call 1-800-COOLING when you need a company you can trust.
Catch all the buzzer beaters, upsets, bracket busters, and more at the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. It's the greatest month of the year.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Around here, sunrise only means one thing. It's time to get to work. Whether you're hauling, herding, baling, or raking, Kubota tractors and hay tools are built to make hay any day, including while the sun shines. Learn more about how Kubota is built to get the job done right at KubotaUSA.com. Go to KubotaUSA.com/disclaimers for full disclaimers.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Amazon Business empowers leaders with smart business buying tools, leaving time to focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Well, we've got a clipper coming through on Friday across central Ohio. It'll be dry up until that point. But the middle part of the day, we could see a 20% chance of a rain shower or a thunderstorm. High temps at 68 degrees. It's also the first day of spring. Saturday, dry, sunny, and highs around 65. Sunday, we're forecasting 80. The record high is 85 degrees. So a warm day for sure with thunderstorms that night. That is your 97.1 The Fan weather forecast. I'm 10 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Chris Tomer.
The Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook sponsor of Common Man and Timmy. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Oh, look. It's Common Man and Timmy taking a break from ping pong. Okay. Voice guy go pee-pee now. Here's Man and Timmy.
You hungry, Mike?
I'm always hungry.
You ready for dinner?
Yes.
What's for dinner tonight?
Turkey burgers.
You going out and grilling?
Yep.
So you don't do smash patties at this point in time. You got the regular grated gas propane grill.
Yeah.
You have the line that hooks right into your grill out in the back patio.
It's
right?
underground. I get to grill all year long, even in the wintertime. Unless there's snow like piled up, I am grilling.
That's nice. That's nice. You know, my pop-pop, may he rest in peace.
Pop-pop.
This was the one from Chesterton, Indiana. They had a lovely house. They had the woods backing up to them. They lived close to Lake Michigan, and they lived in the same house since 1963. They built that when they moved out there, and he always told me he wished he did the other thing, but he still used this. It was either, there were two extra options. They built their 3,100 square foot house for like $28,000 back then, and they were either going to do a basement on a house that was already that big. It was just them and two kids. Or they would do the underground gas line for the propane grill. And he picked the grill. And whenever I would visit him, he would always say how much he wished he had that basement. I would say, Pop-Pop, what are you talking about?
You got the grilling.
You have all this space. Not only do you have like this great room where the TV is, you got a bar behind, you got a table where you and the boys would play cards.
I love a good basement. I couldn't live in a house. The first house that I had when I moved to Columbus, it was on a slab. There was no basement.
Okay.
And I'd always lived in a house with a basement. Growing up, I always had basements.
Mm-hmm.
And I missed it so much that was a prerequisite. When we moved from that house, I needed a basement. Because you
miss a basement
you
too.
can escape to the basement.
Mm-hmm.
I can escape. There's this sense of you've left the world behind because there's really no windows down there.
You need to have a place where you're at least 2 floors separation from where the sleeping is going on in the house.
I wish we could even go lower. I want a bunker. I want a bunker underneath the basement.
Like those old 4-story houses
with a door with an alarm and a code where no one else can go in there except for me.
Think of the Home Alone house. Oh my God! Not only did they have that basement where it had the scary furnace, you could finish that basement, but then they had the main level, They had the upstairs level.
And then the attic.
And then they had the walk-in attic, which had plenty of headroom. You could turn that in. You could finish that space off. And you got full or wet in the bed up there, but you kick his ass out of there, and then you're fine. So anyway, like the gas grill that you have is a cool thing. It's a cool feature.
I want a secret room.
Yeah?
No one knows I'm there.
Where, like, you actually have to, like, pull a book from a bookshelf.
Yeah, something like that.
And then there's, like, a bar or a lever there.
And I said a code.
Space.
They may be able to guess my code. I'm talking about like a ocular laser.
Sure,
like a retina.
Retinal scan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want that.
Like Minority Report.
Yeah. Knowing my wife, though, she'd kill me, rip out my eyeball, and then use it to get in.
Well, why?
I don't know. Just to say that she did it. Stop waving at people.
What would you have in there? Weapons? Passports?
No weapons.
Sacks of cash?
This isn't like a Krenzel basement.
But if you want to have a room like that, wouldn't you partly want it to be a bit of a safe room?
Safe room from them, not society.
No, from them and society.
No.
What if we came to the ages where people were just invading us all
then
around
that's
Columbus?
fine. You know, then I go outside and say, shoot me now. I don't want to live in that world. I don't want to survive in that world. Okay, there are some people like, we got to live, we got to survive. If it's a dystopian society, I have no reason to live.
So if it's like The Road with Viggo Mortensen,
get out of here.
You're going to the first group of vigilantes that you
That's
see.
what I said, man.
And
Like,
just saying, take me now.
If Yellowstone erupts during my lifetime, I want to be standing next to it. I don't want to deal with the fallout and
you and Pierce Brosnan,
and volcanic winter and all that crap. Oh, guess what? I was able to grow a radish today. No, if I can't go to a drive-through window, I don't want to live. So you know what I have down there?
What?
I have a stereo, I have a chair, and a shelf just full of Doritos. And cracker combos, no pretzels.
I've got some food items and some things that some of these ballparks are unleashing.
All right, let's go.
For this year. So let me tell you about the Marlins' new machete. Have you seen this? Have you seen a picture of this?
The Marlins' new machete.
The Marlins' machete.
You know, the Marlins used to have a relief pitcher. His name was Oogie Urbina. And he took a real machete, went out to a field, and tried to kill some farm laborers.
Did they realize that when they threw this out here?
Probably not. I'm not making that up. He played for the Marlins, right?
I remember the story now that you bring it up. I could not for the life of me have told you whether he was with the Marlins or somebody else, but
I think we made a song about it back
I do
in the day.
remember a pitcher going crazy with a machete. But as you look that up, I'll tell you, it is a 2-foot homemade flour tortilla. It's griddled on the flat top with melted Mott's. How do you say this? Oaxaca cheeses? You know how to say that? O-A-X-A-C-A. You ever heard of that kind of cheese?
Oaxaca? Oaxaca
Bayou? No.
Yeah.
Oaxaca cheeses. House marinated.
Go home and Oaxaca later.
House marinated carne asada.
Carne asada.
Smoky guajillo pepper sauce, salsa verde, and cilantro. It looks absolutely delicious. Share that with some
I think
buddies.
the Oogie Urbina song has been deleted. I can't find it.
Then, did you see this on social media as well? So moving on from the Marlins, another South American Mexican-themed dish, the Arizona Diamondbacks, are introducing a 128-ounce, correct me if I'm wrong, is that 8 pounds? An 8-pound bucket of nachos.
How much does
Premium
that
nachos,
cost?
cheese, black beans, sour cream, pico de gallo, and your favorite, fresh jalapenos.
Oh, I love me a jalapeno.
Fresh jalapenos
And the fresh
on top.
is where it's at.
Then the Mets are doing the 999 challenge as a concession this year, packaged in that sort of way, where it's 9 hot dogs and a flight of 9 beers. This is something that fans have just sort of been doing as a theme, as a thing in ballparks all over the place. Whatever, hot dogs, peanuts, those are like the premier ballpark food for those that still partake in that. Then, this is from our friends at Levy. They do the food servicing for
At Ohio State.
Ohio Stadium,
Yeah.
and we've seen some of the burger concoctions that they've come up with. What were they doing? They were taking the theme of the visiting team,
Correct,
and they would do
a
feature burger
based on that,
based on what was hitting in their area. This is the newest item at Wrigley Field: the chicken and churros with a little dollop of whipped cream on top and tons of drizzle sauce and powdered sugar. And it's just
this is like a
super
chicken and waffles, but instead of the waffles, it's a churro.
Mm-hmm.
Seems odd, but I'd give it a shot.
How could that be bad? Looks absolutely amazing. And back in Arizona Diamondbacks they're taking it hard to the rack this year with the food service program. This is a frozen treat right here, and it's the Take Me Out to the Ball Game shake. It's a salted caramel shake. It's got whipped cream. It's got peanut butter sandwich cookies. I'm looking at them. They're Nutter Butters, all right? They're 2 Nutter Butters stuck in there, full-size ones. Kit Kat bars. Looks like 4 sticks, an entire Kit Kat candy bar, and it's stuffed with Cracker Jacks as well.
Wow.
Which is perfect for a baseball game. Throw something like that in there.
I'll give you my ultimate. Go ahead.
Ice cream's just flowing over the top of this cup.
I'll give you my ultimate ballpark meal.
Ultimate ballpark meal. Now, I know you got to have pretzels in the shells. I'm sorry, peanuts in the shells.
Well, let me get to that. I'm not one of these guys that likes to get up once the game starts and go get concessions. So I like to get in my seat and eat.
Okay.
All right, so I get there a little bit early. I will get whatever encased meat product is the specialty of the house.
Okay.
For example, if I'm going to a White Sox game, I get a Polish sausage with grilled and sauteed onions and mustard. That's the specialty of the house. If I'm going down to the ballpark in the Queen City, I get myself a Big Red Smoky.
Yeah.
All right, so whatever the encased meat product of the house that is the specialty, I will get one of those, 2 beers, and a bag of peanuts in the shell.
Now, what kind of beers are you getting? Are you going with whatever their
whatever the
local cheap beer
light
is?
beer is? So Miller Lite, old style,
like
crap that.
When I go to Wrigley, I've got to have an old style.
Sure.
When I go
No, I don't drink fancy beers at games.
When I go to PNC Park, I've got to get an Iron City.
Sure.
Or an Iron City Light. And when I go to Camden Yards, I've got to get a National Bohemian. Natty Bows and the O's, baby.
So I'll sit down, I'll eat my sausage sandwich first with 1 beer. And then as the game goes, I open up that bag of peanuts and I'm just munching on those, and I get a little bit of beer shell or a peanut shell in the second beer.
You love that.
And then I drink that as oh my God. And I don't have to get up. And I pee right before I sit down. 2 beers is not going to make me pee during the game. So then I can just sit.
It doesn't?
No, I'm fine.
At any point in time?
I'm fine. I wear a diaper.
2 16-ounce beers?
No,
Which really like 4 beers?
I'm good. Let's hear from Jake Diebler and friends coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
Traffic is slowing down due to an accident that's on 3rd Street at 670. We also have some holdup due to a crash that's on the right shoulder of southbound 71 on the north side at 270. This report is sponsored by Lowe's. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members buy more and save more, like up to 25% off select molding when you spend $1,000 or more. Shop Pro Savings Day deals now at Lowe's. Valid through 3/27. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Visit the Pro Desk or Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Protect your home or business with Ramos Roofing. Trusted roofing, siding, and gutter solutions with free estimates and flexible financing. Call 614-761-7663 or visit RamosRoofingOhio.com today. Ramos Roofing. Reliable, local, built right.
Hi, Dave. Your people were at my house yesterday. Are you happy they came? I never realized how much that junk was bothering me until it was gone. We love to give people that clean, happy feeling, Dave. Thanks for calling. I feel great. Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
When your wonderful people were about to drive away, I looked at my wife and said, that was love with its sleeves rolled up.
Did your wife agree?
Absolutely.
Dave, you made my day.
We make junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
Or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.
Got that tax refund? Uncle Sam's Cash is calling. Put it towards your new ride. Right now at Capital Ford in Whitehall, drive home an F-150, Explorer, or more with 0% APR for up to 60 months on select models, plus deferred payments for up to 90 days. See Capital Ford in Whitehall today. See dealer for details.
Hey, Columbus, big news. For a limited time, get Uber One free for a full year so you could save on food and rides. That's a $96 value on us. Just use code Columbus. Get 1 year of $0 delivery fees, 10% off eligible food and grocery orders, and up to 6% Uber One credits on rides. Sign up for this limited time offer today using code Columbus and save big with Uber One. Offer valid through 3/31/26. Savings and $0 delivery fee on eligible orders and rides only. Fees and terms apply. See app for details.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
How many points can your IQ fall in 3 hours? You're about to find out. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Buckeyes lose today. Buckeyes lose to TCU. I was very angry about it. I still am, but I'm calming down a little bit.
I'm disappointed. It sucks to come back and be up by 5. Made up for that in the first half, but again, it's why the entire game matters. You dig yourself a big hole in the first 20 minutes of basketball that affects your energy levels and how much you got left in the tank when you make that run in the second half, because you know TCU's a good team, obviously. Then they're going to hit back. They're going to get off the mat. They're going to punch back, and it just wasn't enough. They just didn't. They got down to the final couple of minutes. They couldn't execute on defense one more time, and they couldn't get a good enough shot with, I was saying 4.1. It was 4.3 seconds left. They barely even got it to half court.
I hated the final shot of the game. Hated it. Also hated it because you had a timeout in your pocket. Here is Jake Diebler talking about that final possession.
We got the ball to Bruce on the run, and we had 2 outlets down the floor for a throw ahead. I was watching him with the ball, so it was hard to see if those guys were open or not. I thought TCU corralled the ball well, and maybe that limited his ability to get the ball down the floor. But we were trying to get it to him on the run and give him freedom to make a decision, and had a couple outlets again down the floor to, if he felt like he could get it to them, we wanted to get it to them to either get a look or, if we could get up there quick enough, we use a timeout to set up in the half court.
Look, I think I'm watching that play. I would have liked to see Royal and Bynum coming up court a little bit more. They were pretty much back on the corners, 94 feet away. And when Bruce has 94 feet of distance to, he's not going to make it that whole distance. Again, we talked about the Tyus Edney coast to coast. That's not in the cards for him to make it that far with 4.3 seconds on the clock. But I'd like to see the bigs coming up so you can possibly make a pass and then get someone like Mobley maybe then running off of that towards the basket to get a final shot up.
I think sometimes, though, we get caught up in this. And I'm not saying that Jake Diebler did this, but, we got all the time in the world, guys. Just relax, play your game. Got all the time in the world.
Yeah, maybe there's a little bit of that. Like, make sure.
We didn't have all the time in the world.
And you
got 4.3 seconds, and you had a timeout still in your pocket. You advance the ball as deep as you possibly can on the inbounds pass, and then you call timeout again.
Yeah, but that's got to be.
And then you set up another play.
That's got to be a throw.
That's what I mean.
At least, 25 feet down the court.
Yes.
You don't even have time really for an extra pass in the timeout because then you got like 1.5 left.
You get it.
Could be enough.
Close to half court as you can. You sprint for 2 seconds and call another timeout.
Mm-hmm.
And then you set up a play with 2 seconds left.
Then you try to get something maybe that goes at least to the 3-point line on the catch, running a couple of screens, double screens, the picket fence, whatever you have to do.
Timmy, they didn't even get a look.
Not even a look.
Bruce didn't even get a look. It's like, it was a look, but it was a deep look. He wasn't even looking at the basket.
No.
It was a desperation heave. There was no way that was going in. Here is Jake Diebler talking about the defense that TCU played on him.
We anticipated seeing that, and we didn't execute well enough against it in the first half. we moved some pieces around from a spacing standpoint in the second half, but ultimately it was kind of doing what we had prepared to do better. That was the biggest thing for us. We needed to make quicker decisions when they committed to the ball, and then when we got the ball out of that, we needed to make quicker decisions and cut more. And I thought you saw that as the second half started and progressed.
That's true. That's a big story. This game, the double team was there, and they sort of got back on their heels. Instead of trying to knife their way, instead of the guy with the ball trying to put his head down and take that power step and fight his way through the middle of the double team to then get an open or a passing lane at the very least, they were just kind of falling back, and then TCU was able to disrupt the pass. They were able to get a lot of deflections. I just thought Ohio State just seemed pretty soft on the basketball for the entirety of the first half. You saw TCU be very handsy, and the refs were not calling a lot of fouls there. They were letting a lot of the touch plays go.
Early in the game, they're not going to call a ton of fouls like that.
They weren't calling that, and you saw some careless turnovers, and TCU was able to grab a ton of momentum, and they were hitting shots, too.
All right, I'm pissed off again. Let's do some Too Hot.
Too Hot!
We've neglected Teddy. I'm sorry, Teddy. Too Hot. What do we got?
Too Hots have we had today? 3. 3? Oh,
not enough.
Those numbers aren't good. I need like 10 by the end of next segment.
All right. Here's one from Bishop and Friends. And, this is, what's the, least expensive thing you guys have ever door-dashed, I guess?
Least expensive thing?
Yeah, would you say, I need a coffee. I think I'll just door-dash.
Like a Tim Hortons coffee?
Or
Dairy Queen Blizzard.
Oh.
And you paid, what, $17?
It wasn't
when it was
cheap.
all said and done?
It wasn't cheap. But you know what was fun, though? Is that the guy who was delivering it, his name was Jesus. I'm sure it was Jesus, right? Jesus. But it just pops up, Jesus is arriving with your Dairy Queen. Hey, you know what? If Jesus comes to my house, he should be bringing me a Dairy Queen.
Oh, man. That's great.
Well, on Bishop and Friends, Bo was telling the story when he had Dom on the phone with him, and he was telling the story about something that Bo's wife had door-dashed for him. All right, well, for the kids. Here we go.
Today's St. Patrick's Day, and she always gets the boys Lucky Charms for breakfast on St. Patrick's Day. She forgot to do so, and so last night she forgot. It was like 10:20. She's like, "Should I run out?" I'm like, "No, you'll be fine. Just run out in the morning." She's like, "Well, you think Duncan would have anything?" I'm like, "I'm sure they'll have something." So she doesn't do any of it. I get her up at 6. She doesn't get up, doesn't want to do anything. So she door-dashed a box of Lucky Charms, my wife.
How much did that cost?
$17.
Well, you got the money. Come on.
Oh, my God.
What am I going to do with that?
$17 box of Lucky
Charms. I said, would you at least get the big box? Since they were making the drive.
If the Charms cost $17, then your Blizzard was $25.
No, it wasn't $25.
Oh, my God. Just go to the store at that point.
Or say,
just don't do it.
Sorry.
Yeah. Tomorrow,
you
Lucky
have
Charms.
Pubes now. You don't need the Lucky Charms. I'll make up for it tomorrow.
I'll make up for it now.
All right, give me another one, Teddy.
Too hot.
T-Bone and Tyvis. Apparently, the other morning, they were having little issues with I don't know if it was with the Zeta or with the computer.
Zeta!
But they couldn't play any of their audio. They like to play a decent amount of audio.
That's happened to us several times.
Yeah, so they were having an issue. And, it happened to them like in the 6 o'clock hour. And, of course, nobody's here to help them fix it.
Oh, no.
No, not that time.
Because so many people are here now at 5:39? Let me tell you something. If it takes a crap now, we're in the same boat.
That's right. So they were talking about that, and Tyvis was trying to go above board, to try to help out with some of the sound effects. He said he would be willing to do something. So here we go.
We have no audio to play. We can't play any audio because our computer is crapped out as of right now. And this is sad because today, Dylan, you had a job that you were going to do for your daughter.
Yeah, I promised her that I would play fart sounds.
And I would gladly help make that happen for her. But we have no computer so whenever that gets fixed, we will be playing the audio. But you can still fire off a hot take to us.
Tyvis offered to fart into the mic, so...
He did.
If the feeling comes upon me, I'm gonna stand up and put the microphone down.
Can you go to another? Can you go to another studio and we'll pipe it in here because I don't want to smell it afterwards.
You gotta listen. You gotta commit to the bit. We doing this for Gigi.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We gotta commit to the bit.
Tell her Uncle Tyvis got her covered.
We can do mouth farts, can't we? Like Michael Winslow in Police Academy. Do the yeah, come on. That's fun for the whole family.
How do you think they did the fart sound effects back in the day? In the early days of radio.
Whoopee cushion, maybe?
Yeah, or someone that was just good at mouth farting just did a bunch of different ones into a microphone.
One of my favorite things? If you've never seen it, you want to just fall down a rabbit hole.
I know what you're going to say, Leslie Nielsen.
Oh, yes, exactly right. I want you to go to YouTube and just type in Leslie Nielsen fart. Because when Leslie Nielsen would go on talk shows...
Like Johnny, he would do that a lot with Carson.
He'd do it all the time.
Yeah.
He would bring a fart machine with him and just let it go at, of course, inopportune times.
Right. Well, and it would a lot of times be in the middle of serious conversation.
Right.
Too.
And usually he's crossing his legs or doing something. And
he would say, and that's the day that I got to meet the Pope.
That's exactly right.
And he was a very nice
And this
man.
Just goes to show.
Everyone can laugh at a fart.
There's nothing better, okay? Like this Carson. Carson is on TV. It's the 80s. It's the 70s. We had different humor back then, not this potty humor that we have today. No, we always found farts funny. Well, let me tell you something. The first time a caveman farted in front of another one,
it doesn't know any age group. That's the best part about it. It doesn't matter if you're 5 years old or 85 years old or 45 years old. It's going to make you
The only problem is that when you're 85, something sneaks out usually with the fart. And then it's, that was funny. Now I got to change my pants.
Or your diaper.
Whatever.
Whichever it is.
Back page. Coming up, Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
You're going to hit slower traffic on southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between Easton Way and 670. And we've got traffic slowing down due to an accident that's on westbound I-70 downtown at Livingston Avenue. This report is sponsored by eBay. Imagine what you can find on eBay, like a rare hologram trading card that you've become totally obsessed with. Shiny like the designer handbag of your dreams. eBay has it. They even have the perfect parts that will fit your car. Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions. And yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
Looking to level up your backyard or game room? Head to Billiards Plus in Dublin. From premium grills that turn every cookout into a feast to stunning pool tables and shuffleboard tables that bring the fun home, they've got everything you need to play in style. And don't forget their authentic pizza ovens, perfect for crafting restaurant-quality pies right in your backyard. Proud presenting sponsor of 97.1 The Fan's Pizza Madness. Billiards Plus is where great games and great food come together. Family owned and operated since they opened. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Forget the pot of gold. Save some green at all 4 Coghlan Kia locations. Get 0% plus no payments for 90 days on select new Kia Sorrentos, Sportages, and Tellurides. Or buy a new 2026 Kia K4 for $279 a month. Visit CoglanKia.com.
Coghlan has the car for you.
0% APR available for 48 months on select in-stock units. 90-day deferred payments. Buy for $279 per month for 84 months at 5.99% APR with approved credit through Kia Finance. See dealer for details. Ends 3/31/26.
Your favorite fan shows are available as a podcast. What a concept. And don't miss exclusive podcast content like Austin and Byrne. Listen on your schedule from anywhere in the world. Available wherever you get your podcasts.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News and World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when needed. We show up with access to convenient care options and coverage that fits everyday life. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
Our yoga instructor challenged us to find inner peace. I found it faster than anyone. After 4 seconds, I stood up and screamed, "I found Nirvana! I win!" They asked me to leave. I guess they don't respect winning. Bet365 does, though. New customers get $365 in bonus bets just for betting $10. Namaste, losers. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Camping World is now open in Sunbury. The celebration starts now, and you're invited. Join us from March 19th to the 22nd for our grand opening block party with special pricing on a huge selection of new and used RVs. Enjoy free food, fun on-site activities, and exciting giveaways. Plus, enter for a chance to win a brand new RV. As part of America's #1 RV network, Camping World brings you more value and more ways to enjoy life on the road. Don't miss the grand opening block party at Camping World in Sunbury. We'll see you there.
What's bigger than a three-pointer in a clutch play? Saving thousands on a new Lindsay Honda now.
Slam dunk a deal with 0% financing for 72 months on 2025 Honda Pilot and Ridgeline. If you're serious about saving big, now's the time. Want better MPG? Drive a new 2026 Civic Sport, just $199 a month. March is on during the Honda Spring Event. Time to score big.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference.
Visit lindsayhonda.com for details.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Cosby Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Buckeye Show coming up at the top of the hour. The fine host of the Buckeye Show is the Beamer, Brandon Beam. Hello, Beamer.
Come on, man, Timmy. Happy Thursday.
Well, the season's over.
Yep, done.
Buckeye basketball. They lose to TCU. Give me your thoughts on everything.
Good comeback in the second half. Fell a little bit short. Didn't like the very end of the game. 4.3 seconds left.
Yeah. I didn't like that either, man. It's universal, isn't it? Yeah. That stinks that you don't even cross the half-court line.
Yeah.
With that amount of time on the clock.
I know you're doing the show with Reimer tonight, who is the Fan's college basketball expert.
That's right.
Yeah. You know, Timmy used to be that guy.
What happened?
And now?
Just fell out.
Not.
Just got railroaded right out of the way.
You need to get on Torvik more.
Yep, the Instagram posts just started rushing in.
Did you hear what the Blue Jackets did to him this week, too?
No.
What I was handling Tyvis for the cannon blast.
They got in touch with Timmy.
I was his handler.
Yeah.
Said,
for
hey,
the cannon blast
we'd
for
love
tonight.
Tyvis to blast the cannon.
Maybe
you can get in touch with him for us.
Fish is gone, so could you set this up for us?
Well, between the two of you, you did the big cannon down at the Carolina Hurricanes game.
That's what I said.
Hurricane warning, right?
I did when I was at a much, much, much lower level. I did the hurricane warning siren, and I've never done anything in the whole city as far as that type of stuff going.
You really are.
You shouldn't be allowed.
Pathetic.
I shouldn't.
You guys went to the curling club together.
Yeah, fell flat on my face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At least Kyle Robertson took a sweet picture of me eating ice.
I have a video of that. I have a video of Beam doing that when I'm actually talking to our gold medalist curler who was there and let us use the gold medal as a coaster for a beer after it was done. And I'm going from him, and then we're going to Beam, and then Beam shoves off there and falls straight sideways. It's a lot tougher than it looks.
Speaking of the medals, what's your take? Everybody's got a hot take on this about Team USA in the World Baseball Classic with the silver medals, essentially just taking them off and treating them like trash. Do we care about that?
I don't care.
I don't think it's the best look to
what
take
about when they
off
took
and treat
their
them
pants
like
off
garbage.
and just JO'd all over the field?
I don't care about that. That's fine. You win a gold medal, you should be allowed to.
Schwarber took out his Schwarber.
Yeah. No, I don't care. It's not the Olympics.
I know it's the WBC and it's not the Olympics, but boy, it seemed like it meant a hell of a lot to Venezuela, and it clearly looked like it meant a lot to the Americans too. Had they had won the game
to win it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you losing sleep over it?
No, I'm not. At the end of the day, like, whatever.
Beamer,
if I
we'll
won a
ask you this
silver medal, I
question.
wouldn't discard of it.
We were
is what I'm
discussing this earlier in the week. Actually, Jen Winters posed this to us earlier in the week. If you could have Team USA win the World Baseball Classic, right? We go back in time, and they win the World Baseball Classic in dramatic fashion. Or you find a 20 in your pants right now.
Yeah, 20, I think.
Take the 20.
Yeah, I think so.
You even made it less money than before.
What was it, 25
It's supposed to be
bucks?
25.
Oh,
Yeah,
25.
20 and an
That's
extra
2
5.
bills. That's 2 bills. I'd rather just have the single bill. 2 bills is too much.
You'd rather have 2.
Yeah, just give me the 20.
It's too much. Keep the 5.
What's the matter with you? $5 is beneath me. You can't do anything with a $5 bill. I can't even get a meal at McDonald's for $5.
I woke up, I saw the final score. I'm like, that's too bad. Let's just go along with my day.
That's the end of that. All right, what's coming up on the Buckeye Show?
Quick 30 minutes for us, guys. We'll just recap the Ohio State basketball game and then look forward to what's coming up tonight and tomorrow in the NCAA tournament.
All right, Buckeye Show, and then a big one for the Jackets. They're all big, but you got to beat the bad teams. You need 2 points tonight. Jackets and Rangers, 6:30 right here on the Fan. Back page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
So the Americans don't care for that silver medal from the WBC, but you obviously care about a gold medal, and Jack Hughes cares a lot about the puck that he scored to win that gold medal.
He thinks it should be his.
So the Hockey Hall of Fame has that puck, and he said, I'm trying to get it. Like, that's bull ass that the Hockey Hall of Fame has it, in my opinion. Why would they have that puck? He said in an interview on Tuesday. He said, I don't see why Megan Keller or I shouldn't have those pucks, because they had been displaying that. The Hockey Hall of Fame began displaying both of the gold and gold pucks right after they won those games, apparently, for the next couple of weeks. And Hughes then went on to say, I honestly don't know where that puck went. I know who doesn't have it is me. I sure as hell don't have it. So what do we think about that? I mean, I understand how maybe you would loan that out to them so they can display for
Aaron Judge, when
certain
he set
point in
the AL
time.
record, like that ball became his, right? Like, did he buy that ball back?
Right, he had to go and
But I think
negotiate or get
a
it
goal
back.
in hockey is different than if you hit a home run.
Because you don't put that into the
Right.
stands.
Right.
It just gets deposited into the
And
net.
it's not
you
just
should get that
yours.
puck.
Like, does Zach Werenski get half that puck because he's the guy who busted his ass to the puck and had the assist on the goal?
Jack certainly seems to think that it's his puck, and maybe that's just
Well, maybe just be
the
happy
tradition.
with giving Tate McRae a Brumsky and call it a day.
I would.
It's not like the puck went in the trash. It's in the Hall of Fame. Go visit it.
Go visit.
So are you toothless hillbilly. Go visit it.
Go visit your own puck. I mean, he's got the gold medal. You have the memories. You've got the highlights now that are
don't
going
be
to play
greedy. That's right.
forever. Right? And yeah, that I'm sure. Would you think that puck stays there forever now? Like, what are we going to get into some fight about this from these comments?
Unless there's like
it brings up some kind of discussion here. I
like
know.
Louvre heist. Nobody's taking that puck.
Because that kind of puck could then sell at auction someday. Just like any piece of memorabilia, sooner or
If they're
later,
selling it,
can become.
if they ever sell it, he needs to get that puck to sell it on his own.
They're not.
I know they're not. But
By the way, I just was thinking about the Hockey Hall of Fame. If there was a Louvre-style heist, to me, it's just a bunch of guys like, hey, Jonesy, you want to break that glass there, Jonesy? Yeah, all right there, Jonesy. Okay, Jonesy. And it's just a couple of dudes.
Just Jonesy and Jacko.
The hats with the ear flaps on them.
No Stanley Cups that they can steal in the Canadian Hockey Hall of Fame.
Hey, not in the modern era, baby.
the last
not unless it's
50
the
years,
60s.
right? Yeah.
Thank you, Beamer.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Not you. We will see you tomorrow. We'll see the people tomorrow where we unveil the championship matchup for Pizza Madness. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
You're looking at some holdup due to an accident that's on northbound 270 on the East Outer Belt after US 33. We also have a crash downtown that's on Lester Drive, south of East Long Street, causing some delay. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority, your local expert. Are your floors sagging? Are musty smells reeking throughout your home? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the crawl space repair experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at Ohio Basement Authority.